You are now entering the world of Musings of a Geek podcast network. Stay geeky, my friends.
Geek Speak, the definitive 365 cut. These are the meaningless ramblings of a Scottish we-done whore and a pissy ex-video store clerk. Their ongoing mission is to set right the movie wrongs. They're gonna need a bigger podcast.
Hello everybody and welcome to episode 15 of the 365Flicks podcast, the Comic-Con edition?
Kind of, yeah, that'll do.
The news roundup's going to be full of Comic-Con and...
Comic-Con and so much more.
So much more.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus, did I not get up that morning and just spunk my pants clean off the bat?
Wow.
Got up, fired up the laptop, standard practice, coffee, laptop, and there was a trailer that just blew my little mind. But we'll get to that.
We'll get to that. See, I looked at it on my phone, but then I've got a proper phone, not a pushy Windows phone, so...
So yeah, this is episode 15 where we are going to do the normal news roundup, which is mostly going to be Comic-Con. We have a special top 5 tonight.
We certainly do.
We do, because I thought it would be nice because Imran on the Jock And Nerd done that thing when you requested about the Spider-Man and he gave you a whole episode of Spider-Man, which was just fantastic. We're not going to give him a full episode.
We don't really do full episodes in anything, do we?
No, not really. Not for a long time. I think the very first episode was just, the 00 episode was just pure Comic-Con last year.
We're way too ADHD for that shit.
Yeah, we can't do that. So we decided to give them a top 5. And the top 5 is going to be, I am going to be doing a top 5 of jock movies.
And I'm going to be doing top 5 nerd movies.
Have you got your top 5?
Oh, yeah.
Was it an easy top 5?
Kind of. I was, well, we'll get to that later on. I was strict with myself because I had a list of about bloody 15.
You will see when I turn the page for my top 5, you will see I have like 30 odd films listed, and then I had to basically go through and
I had to, as I said to you before we started recording, I had to basically delete anything sort of franchisey, and that was difficult. That was hard. It
gets a bit hard. It does get a bit hard. But before we crack on with the news, just a little bit of 365 news. We are, as everybody knows, we're on the Musings of the Geek. You get the bumper at the start. We now have a Wicked Radio Network bumper.
Yeah.
So we'll play that for the people at home.
Go on then.
Welcome to the Wicked Radio Network.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. I like it.
Okay.
They did ask for us that play it, for all the podcasters that play it. It was made by Heno, the host of Angela's Awesome Podcast, which is also on the Wicked Radio Network. He made that for them because I think I was kind of like, dude, fucking get a promo.
Is it right that you made them do it?
I didn't make them do it. I asked them if they had a promo in the works, and lo and behold, a couple of days later, there's one made. So technically, I'm taking credit.
I think you should. Aye.
I think what is it? A manager gets like 10% finder's fee or something like that. I'll take 10%.
Are we being paid now?
It'd be great to be getting paid to do this shit.
Yeah.
But no, the only thing we're getting paid in is our own sweat and blood. Let's crack on with the news roundup. I'm going to let you start with the news roundup. What do you have? What really kind of?
Oh, I've got my iPad right here, and there's pages of that shit. It's fucking.
There's pages.
Oh yeah, fuck aye. Well, obviously we had the big Comic-Con stuff. I said to you before, I've made all my notes, but I can't remember what was Comic-Con and what wasn't.
I don't think it matters.
So,
we'll just try and remember as we go.
So I've got loads. I've got absolutely loads. So let's just bloody well start at the start. First of all, thing I read earlier on, Neve Campbell is going to be in House of Cards season 4. How do you feel about that?
No, it doesn't bother me.
Okay.
Neve Campbell from Scream. Neve Campbell.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me. I'll be honest with you though, I haven't actually watched House of Cards past season 1.
Really?
I'm struggling with it. I'm not struggling with it, I just seem to be doing other things, like watching other things.
Bloody hell, I remember when I first signed up for Netflix and you were screaming at me to watch that.
Yeah, because the first series is fantastic. It is bloody fantastic, and I think I watched the whole thing in a couple of days.
Well, to be fair, the second series is, I would say, better than the first. The third series is still good, but it's not as good.
I'll catch up. I will catch up.
It's definitely worth watching.
In the grand scheme of things, you know, House of Cards is on the go, but it's the sort of thing, it's on Netflix, I can get it anytime I want, whereas I had like my Arrow like season 3 and I had my Flash season 1, and I mean this year, well, the tail end of last year and the start of this year is just, it's all comic book, so that's all I was focusing on.
Right.
Neve Campbell though, do we know what she's playing?
Apparently it's going to be like a rival couple, rival Frank and...
Would you not just get...
What's her name? Claire? Frank and Claire?
Would you not just get Katie Holmes and Tom Cruise for that?
No, because they're separated now. They've been divorced for like 2 years or something, haven't they?
Did I go there?
Katie Holmes is in season 3 of Ray Donovan. She plays, what's his name? Him that I told you was in it before. Ian McShane. She plays... Swidgen. She plays Swidgen's... Oh, I was going to say she plays Spudgeon's cocksucker. That's not right. Oh my god.
Well, she might just do that. You don't know.
That's a whole different fucking show.
You've only watched the first episode.
Aye, that's right. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Yeah, she plays Spudgeon's daughter. So
is he Swidgen or is he Lovejoy?
I think he's more Lovejoy. He's got this sort of mullet going on.
He's not more Lovejoy, is he?
He's got the mullet going on. Like,
was he hired because of his time on Lovejoy?
I don't know. See, if it was me making a TV show or a movie, I'd hire him because of Deadwood.
Okay, yeah, Deadwood would get you hired. I mean, look at Tim Oliphant. He's still got a career somehow. Who saw that coming? Which is kind of a nice little rope around back, because he was in Scream 2, as was Neve Campbell. See what I did there?
That's right. Well done.
We should just call this section the 6 Degrees of Kevin Big. Oh, we should totally do that in the podcast. We should have a 6... Yeah. Okay, crack on.
Move on. Your next one.
I don't really have very much that isn't Comic-Con.
Sounded like a Camp Chewy there.
I don't have much that isn't Comic-Con, if I'm totally honest with you. Wreck-It Ralph 2 has been confirmed.
I didn't mind the first one. It was alright.
It was good. I like Wreck-It Ralph.
Bit of nostalgia, and all that shit. It'd be fine.
It was a good enough film. I'm just going to dive straight into it. The Flash. There's been a lot of Flash news. We've got some casting news.
I've actually got a bit of casting news for my first bit there, my next bit there.
For the Flash? Yeah. You got Michael Ironside joining the Flash? I know which one you're going to say. I know exactly which one you're going to say, because you're a muggle sad prat that watches WWE. So Michael Ironside has joined the Flash season 2. He's going to play Captain Cold's dad, and obviously Golden Glider's dad as well. You remember Michael Ironside? Like a second-rate Jack Nicholson?
Right.
He's in like Starship Troopers.
I know the guy, yeah.
And then you got Adam Copeland, a.k.a. Edge, from the WWE. He's coming into it.
I'm happy with that. He's going to be playing Atom Smasher.
Atom Smasher, yeah.
I don't know what the hell that is. No.
I read something about he turns really big. Yeah, apparently he just turns big.
Okay. He is in the premiere, apparently. He's in the first episode.
That'll be cool. Yeah. I'll be alright with that.
Do you think he'll get the theme tune?
I don't remember Edge's theme tune.
You think you know me?
Oh, that was his, yeah. I always preferred the other one. Christian! That one.
Wow.
We've also got Teddy Sears has been cast as Jay Garrick. Jay Garrick is the original Flash.
Right.
So he's coming into it.
So do we think because obviously he was jumping into the big sort of wormhole-y type thing. So it's going to be all universe splitty and all that. You know what? I hope it doesn't go all Fringe, because Fringe got weird after it did that shit.
This isn't Fringe. This is Flash.
Flash is better than Fringe, I know that.
Flash is way better than Fringe.
Fringe did like 5 seasons, and there was like one good series of it. Like one really, really fucking good series, and then the rest of it was like, I might get good though. Yeah.
No, the thing with Flash now, we're definitely going into multiverses and all sorts. Yeah. That's been confirmed.
That's okay, I'm alright with that.
But we got Jay Garrett coming into it. Chantel Van Santen is coming in as Patty Spivot, a love interest for Barry. So we're maybe going to get some...
That's good, as long as it's not fucking Iris anymore.
Well, I think Iris is still going to be there.
Well, not as a love interest, though. Fuck off.
Did you see at Comic-Con? They showed it, the best bits sort of thing of the Flash. They had the big Flash.
I didn't see that, but I heard that on Jock And Nerd, where they were talking about that, where it was basically just a previously on. It was a previously on, but at the end you got like a minute's worth of like footage from, well, it wasn't even footage from the next series. It was like, you got like Barry, well, I assumed it was Barry running through the city, but the blur was blue instead of
Barry's normal blur.
Right.
So he's like through the city and all that, and you got all his monologue, and you get some Harrison Wells monologuing, which I was quite pleased about because that means we're getting some Harrison Wells coming back.
Yeah.
But at the end, it says Zoom is coming. So,
Zoom.
So the big bad in the next series is going to be Professor Zoom.
Professor Zoom. That sounds like a really shitty kids' TV show.
Let's be honest. The Jock And Nerd have said it a million times before. DC doesn't do good names. They don't do cool names.
No, but you see, the thing is, I know that I've said that he annoyed me at the start of season 1.
Yeah.
But you've got Cisco on there giving them the names.
Yeah.
So it can be as cheesy as it likes, and I think it would still get away with it.
Well, I'm sure they'll make Professor Zoom work. Sticking on the DC TV, Stephen Amell.
Uh-huh.
Did you see his little spot?
I saw the new costume.
Did you see him doing his Tom Hiddleston routine?
No.
I think it was when the Avengers was coming out, and they had the big panel. Was it Avengers? Or was it like in between the Avengers? Anyway, Tom Hiddleston came out dressed as Loki, and he'd done that big monologue to like all the people in Hall H, and he was all like doing like and it was basically a trailer for the next Avengers or something like that. Stephen Amell done pretty much the same thing. Came out in the new costume, which looks fucking badass.
It certainly does, yeah.
It just looks pimp as fuck. Like I'm looking forward to this. Like, but he also confirmed that the name change. It's no longer going to be Arrow. It's going to be Green Arrow. Which, you know, how long we've been waiting for that?
Well, pretty much since season 1. It was like the same as like Smallville, you know, where they call him the Blur, and then what they called him the cape, and then the coat, and then whatever. Just call him Superman.
Well, they've done that in Arrow straight away, haven't they? It was like the Hood, the Vigilante, the Green Hood, the Green Hooded Vigilante, you know, all sorts, and then like, let's just fucking call him Arrow. Now it's the Green Arrow.
Green Arrow. I like that, you know.
But if you remember back in the day, Merlin did call him the Green Arrow. It was like way back in series 1, like 4 or 5 episodes in. And he's sitting on the table having a bit of meal, and they were like, what do we think we should call him? And Merlin turned around and says, why don't we call him the Green Arrow? And I'm sure Stephen Amell turned around and said, that sounds stupid.
Bit flashback to Spider-Man 2. J.K. Simmons was going, what we're going to call, you know, Doc Ock. And the guy suggests Dr. Octopus, and he goes, he's got 8 limbs, it's crap. Doctor Strange, it's taken. I've got a great idea. Doc Ock.
Apparently, we might be getting a guest spot. This is only a rumour right now. It's very much a maybe. It probably might not ever happen. But season 4 of Arrow, we may get a cameo or a guest spot from Constantine.
Aye. I'm up for that. I've not seen the TV show.
I'm really up for it.
Because I don't have Amazon Prime. But, and that's the only way we can get it over here.
There's always other ways.
Yeah, I don't do that shit.
Because you can't work a computer.
You're just a chicken. Cheap, cheap, cheap. It's not going to be the new thing, is it?
That is totally the new thing. Aye. I love it. Right.
I forgot what I was even fucking saying there.
I would love to see him in it. I would love, because they only gave that show 1 series, and it takes more than 1 series. Did they even give it a full series? It takes more than a series.
Wasn't it on like NBC or something over in the States? But we'll just bloody thing it over to Amazon then. Just get them to do it.
I think it would have. For a while there was rumours it was maybe going to end up on Sci-Fi. I think it would have found a home at Sci-Fi. Yeah. I think it would have, and I think it would have done well.
Yeah.
Because you got shows on Sci-Fi like Defiance, which I stopped watching.
Continuum is very, very good.
Continuum. You got that Dominion, which looks excellent. I've just never watched it.
I've never seen that, but Giles is in that, isn't he?
I think so, yeah.
Aye.
It does look really good. I think I watched like the first episode because they said it was a spin-off of what was that film with Paul Bettany when he plays the angel and he goes to the
Priest?
The restaurant. Priest? No, not Priest. It came all around about the same time though. He was like...
Then I don't know.
He was like Angel Gabriel, and he came into this little restaurant in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, and there was like a waitress who had like a little baby, and this baby was going to be the damn dirty ape that brought around the end of existence.
Wow.
So he was like trying to help. Dennis Quaid was in it. He was in the restaurant.
Was it Dogma 2?
It might as well have been Dogma 2, but no.
Just not as good.
What the fuck was that film called? That'll come to me. It'll come. Legion.
Oh, I've heard of it. I've never seen it.
Well, Dominion is a TV show spin-off of that.
Right.
Supposedly.
Oh, okay.
And from what you watch, it kind of is. And it looks badass, but it's on Sci-Fi, and I am going to...
You know, I saw a trailer for it, but it was like halfway through the series. Well, I was going to watch it because Giles was in it, to be fair.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there you go.
So what else do you have? What else has been...
Just continuing on with Arrow.
Arrow?
Yeah. A bit more of casting news is that Neil McDonough...
Oh, yeah, he's playing Damien Dark, yeah.
Aye.
I'm up for that because I like him.
He's good. Yes,
He is really
very good. So he's done the switch. No, he's done the switch
how
from.
does that work?
He's done the switch from Marvel to DC.
Well, you would, wouldn't you?
I don't think he's going to be getting any more work with Marvel. Is he now?
Well, no, because
There can't be any more flashbacks for Captain America.
was he not in the TV show as well, though? Was he in Peggy Carter?
I don't know. I've only seen the first episode.
I
of it.
never watched it. Doesn't
You know what? I watched the first episode of that because it's only just started over here, and it's not very good.
It's not. I think I
To be
watched.
fair, she is really good.
But how good can that show possibly be?
You know what? I just kind of found myself looking at my phone.
It's never a good sign.
You know, I just found myself fucking about with bloody Boom Beach or whatever.
Yeah.
She is good. Hayley Atwell is good, to be fair. She's pretty kick-ass.
Really?
Yeah. She has a few good fight scenes in that in it. It's only the first episode, it might get better, but
Yeah.
they've only got 8, haven't they? So I don't know. I'll see. I'll give it another episode.
Yeah.
Everybody seems to be raving about it, but
Is that not just because it's part of the MCU? though?
eh.
People rave about a polished turd, to be fair.
But I like S.H.I.E.L.D.
I've not actually started... Oh, have I started? Did I start Series 2?
See, you were getting into season 1, weren't you?
Season 1, like, because I totally just blocked it and I done, like, a whole stint of it because it was on Netflix. I need to see if it's on Series 2's on it. We should get totally paid by Netflix. We mention it quite a bit, don't we? Do you think until we get paid, we'll just block that shit out? So I should watch it.
You should. Season 2 is way better than season 1. Because the thing is, the first part of season 1, it was a bit touch and go.
Yeah,
And I've said this a bit, you know, Arrow was the same. Until it found its feet, it was a bit ropey at times.
I think Arrow, until Slade Wilson came into the present day, Arrow was ropey from episode 1. And I'm talking about series 1 and half of series 2.
Nah, it's a bit harsh.
I don't think it really found its feet until Slade got there. And then it was like, oh shit, this just got real.
No, you know what, you're wrong. I think...
You think so?
I think season 1 picked up when, like, John Barrowman became the big bad and he was kicking Arrow's ass and all that.
He is a pretty good big bad.
Yeah, I think about halfway through season 1 of Arrow it picked up.
I hope he's like the big bad again as like Merlin Aldo at some point.
I don't know.
I want to see it. I want to see him.
Think we're going to see him in season 4?
Maybe a little bit, not much though. Because he's going to have to, because if he's taken Raz's mantle and Damien Dark has got this proper beef with Raz.
That's true.
You know.
But then it was the previous Raz that had the beef with Damien thingy.
One Raz is as good as another. You got any more Arrow?
No, but just sort of a little wee bit of gaming news.
Oh.
Just because you mentioned Edge, not me. It worked more as a segue in my head than yours. But yeah, a bit of gaming news that's been announced that Stone Cold is going to be back for the new WWE 2K16.
Right.
So I don't know what as, like obviously as Stone Cold, but...
Chicken.
Cheep, cheep, cheep.
Cheep, cheep, cheep. Mr. Trick there.
No, there was a sort of trailer thingy that he was digging up the Stone Cold. Do you remember the Smoke and Skull belt, championship belt, and all that? So he's the sort of like the cover superstar for 2K16. I'm not sure about that, to be honest. It's a bit like, well, you know, that was fucking 10 years ago or whatever. You know, surely there must be other guys that you can put in the front there.
John Cena.
No, never that. Tell you what, actually, that was something I was going to ask Jock and Nerd, because we usually ask Imran stuff. I was wondering what Anthony thinks of WWE, because he watches UFC a lot, I know.
They've mentioned it at some point, I'm sure.
But, you know, you got Brock Lesnar in there.
Oh, Lesnar's a beast.
So, yeah, just wondering what Anthony thinks of WWE.
I got engaged with him on Twitter about the UFC, because listening to that episode, it kind of got me like, I might actually watch that. I didn't watch it. But I did for a second.
I was actually going to watch it, but then it's on fucking BT Sport and I have to pay extra for that. So.
Well, I messaged him saying that, you know, I'm more of a WWE guy, and I said to him, but Lesnar was in the WWE, and all I got back was, yeah, it was fun times when Lesnar was in the WWE, in the UFC. So I don't know, but he was a beast. He still is. Beast. That man's like, you know, one chokeslam away from a hernia.
Yeah.
He's surely, how the fuck has he not had a heart attack in the ring yet? I mean, he's a fucking beast.
I wouldn't say he was heart attacky. He looks far too fit for that, no?
He throws, like, he does one of those suplex things, because he's like...
Well, I mean, the other week he suplexed the guy in a barricade and broke his ribs.
But then he turns red. He just turns pure red.
That's true.
He does one and he's red. He's like a bull. Like a raging bull. Wow. Yeah. So, Anthony, let him know.
So, yeah, Anthony, what do you think of WWE? What's your makings of that? Yeah, that was just a bit of gaming news. Because I know you like a bit of gaming news these days.
In other gaming news.
Go on.
Other gaming news.
See, we're like...
I'm glad you brought that up because Shenmue 3 update, Kickstarter's finished, done.
See, I'm not going to try and sound too condescending here.
Try not to sound too condescending. 6.3 million was raised in the Kickstarter. I think that's fucking phenomenal, and it's
I am actually being genuine here. That is really fucking impressive.
It's a gay a Kickstarter gay video game. I keep wanting to say gay, and I don't know why.
Yeah, stop saying gay. Hell,
I'm starting to say game, and then I'm losing my train of thought. Right? like Jimmy off South Park is gay.
Shut your car. Shut your car.
It's a Kickstarter game. You know what it is, right? Speaking of Jimmy for a second, we'll get back to the Shenmue. Me and Lindsay were on about a wee while back. You know the sat-navs? How you can get like celebrity voices. Have I ever told you how I would like to get one with Jimmy's voice?
Oh, aye.
Giving you directions. 200 yards, turn left.
Or even better, Timmy! What does that even mean? Timmy!
200 yards, Timmy!
Once for yes, twice for no. Anyway.
So in Shenmue 3 news, 6.3 million games getting made. Thank fucking God. I cannot wait.
Have you got it pre-ordered?
Not yet.
You not got a bloody console?
I've not got a console. No, I will have to get a console for that.
Aye.
But it is officially a Kickstarter video gaming record. It's I think it was like Castlevania or something held the record before that. But now Shenmue just totally wiped the floor with it.
Very good.
6.3 million, man. Apparently he wanted 10 million, but you can make it for 6.3.
It's not over yet though, is it? People can still donate, can't they?
That's it for Kickstarter.
Oh, is it finished now, is it?
I don't know how Kickstarter works. I don't know if
Do you only get like 30 days or something?
yeah, you put on as long as you want. I think we should do a Kickstarter for episode 16.
Have special effects?
Yeah, we'll get some special effects like this.
You're just a chicken! Cheep, cheep, cheep!
That's about as special effects as we're going to get. That little snippet that you will be hearing a lot more often is from Chris's review of The Room, which was an absolute fantastic episode, the last episode, episode 14.
Yeah, check out episode 14.
You have to check it out. I mean,
That is my favourite episode yet.
we are pleased as balls with that episode. Like, it is fantastic. I mean, every episode gets better than the last, but that was just... I feel like it was our Godfather too.
You know what? My dad and my mum and dad are actually genuine listeners now, which hello, I'm pleased as hell about. Hello, Mum. But my dad actually put on Facebook, it was your best episode yet.
That's fantastic.
Wow. Yeah.
I feel that's like Spielberg telling you that you're Oscar worthy. I mean, we've made it now. I mean, we can't even get like our friends to listen to this shit, and your mum and dad.
They're getting there.
Some of them are. I think did we not say that was going to become a new segment? Maybe start that in episode 16. Like every time we get a new like close friend to listen, it could be like, yeah, update, boop, boop, boop. We'll get a little banner.
And this is your life thing.
This is your
for the friend that listened to it.
Do you have anything else?
Oh, fucking loads. Aye, right, okay, so let's think. So apparently we mentioned the other week that Hannibal was axed by NBC.
Yeah,
was it NBC? One of the networks.
One of the three letters.
It's been rejected by Netflix and Amazon.
Yep.
And just mentioning your Kickstarter thing, there is a rumour that there's going to be a movie to round it off, funded by Kickstarter.
Do we need another movie?
Nah.
Silence of the Lambs, Manhunter.
Just let it end. You know what I watched? I can't remember what episode it was. You know when you hear a show's been axed and you kind of think, well, what's the point now? But the end of season 2 was Will Graham and Lawrence Fishburne. What's his name in it?
Morpheus.
Aye. They sort of found out that Hannibal was the big bad and all that kind of thing, and he half killed him and then he fucked off with Gillian Anderson. So it was like, well, season 3 was going to be amazing, and it was really good at the start, because it was kind of like the plot of Hannibal, the movie,
right,
where he's in Florence and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that was good. And then the episode that I put on the other day, it was a really trippy as hell episode. I'm not sure what the hell it was supposed to be about. So episodes like that, I can kind of see maybe why they were losing people, because it's very nearly lost me. I mean, I've got 3 other episodes in my Sky Planner, and
did it really ever have that much of a following to it though?
I don't think it ever did. amazing.
Is it not like True Detective, like the novelty wears off?
I don't think it ever did amazing figures in the ratings and what have you, but it is really critically loved.
So it does really well on Rotten Tomatoes. So Daredevil
What of it?
has cast Elektra. I don't actually have her name down, I just thought I'd bring it up.
I looked up her name earlier on, but I thought, I'm not going to pronounce that. So.
It was like, we'll just go with that. What do you think of her? Do you think she'll do justice?
Fine. Aye, be fine.
I know there seems to be a lot of like, what is it, because she's like Asian? Is she Asian?
I don't know.
I'm going to come off as a right prick if she's not Asian.
Probably are.
I'm sure there's a lot of grief, because she's meant to be Greek, isn't she? She's meant to be like Greek, Italian, or, no, Greek. Nachos. Aye, so anyway, there's a lot of grief. I've been reading about it, like, they're not happy because she's an Asian girl.
Yeah, people aren't happy about a lot of things. Shut the fuck up.
People just need to get on with their lives. But also, we've got the first picture of Bernthal as Punisher, and I'll be honest with you, I'm halfway sold.
I was sold as soon as it was announced.
I'm kind of... Shane is pretty much an audition piece for the Punisher, to be fair.
Yeah.
It is. Shane, he's just full Shane as Punisher, to be fair. So, on that regard, I am sold. But, I don't know, I think John Bernthal, I think he's better than this. I think he should be up there on the big screen making big-ass movies.
He was good in Wolf of Wall Street.
He's fantastic in Wolf of Wall Street.
You know, he wasn't a leading man.
He could be a leading man, though.
You think? I don't know if he's leading man, like, to be honest. No.
He could just rub his head all the time.
Maybe
and
in a TV show he's leading man, not in a movie.
But as the Punisher, the picture came out, I wasn't all the way sold, but I think that's because he didn't have a Punisher t-shirt on.
So is that why you weren't sold on Tom Holland, because he didn't have a Spider-Man costume on?
No, I wasn't sold on Tom Holland because I wanted Asa. I wanted Asa Butterfield. And I'm still not sold on Tom Holland because I want Asa Butterfield.
Because you're what we like to call a moron.
You got anything else?
Yeah! It's quite aggressive, actually. Neither of these things, what I am about to mention, are shows that I watch, but it kind of annoyed me, is because I used to watch Bones.
Oh, yeah.
With Angel and...
His real life wife, isn't it?
Is it?
They're not married in real life?
Is it Emily Dushant, Angel, whatever.
Angel's wife.
Yeah, Angel's wife. So yeah, Bones is in like series fucking 20 or something now. I've not watched it for a couple of series now. It got old and it got ridiculous. But it's about to get more ridiculous.
Is that possible?
Oh yes. There was an episode where they had a Family Guy crossover. They put it in there because Angel had a brain tumour or something, so he was seeing Stewie.
That sounds fucking awesome. Stewie as a cartoon, or a cartoon in the real world, or did he go into Family Guy?
No, it was Stewie in the real world. I think was he in a moon? He was there. He was seeing Stewie because he had a brain tumour and he was seeing Stewie.
Stewie was in the real world
in Angel's head. But do you remember the Johnny Depp movie Sleepy Hollow?
Yeah.
Well, there's a TV show of that.
Yeah.
And they are doing a Bones and Sleepy Hollow crossover.
But is Sleepy Hollow not set in like Victorian England sort of thing?
No, I think it's set in present day.
Set in present day? The Johnny Depp movie?
No, the movie was set in Victorian whatever times.
Well, so the TV show set now?
TV show, I think it's set.
That's some shit.
I've never watched it. I watched the pilot and I thought, nah, you know what, you're alright, I'll just watch my Johnny Depp movie, thank you very much.
Yeah, I didn't like the Johnny Depp movie either, but...
I like that movie. But yeah, so they're doing a crossover of that, and I thought, you know what, just give it up. Just give it up and end the fucking show.
But it still does really well over there.
Apparently it does.
Because they just love the TV. They can just switch off and just not bother about it. Just sit and watch it. And you know, like us Brits, when we sit and watch a TV show like that, we're constantly trying to figure out the killer. But like the Americans, they just sit there and just like eat their potato chips and watch it. They're not even trying to figure anything out.
They take our jobs.
They take our jobs.
Tell you what I've been watching clockwise, I've watched it now because there's only 3 series, is Luther.
Yeah.
Fucking fantastic. I don't know if they get that over in the States or not, but they should. They'll probably try and remake it and fuck it up.
They have, over in the States, they have like BBC UK sort of thing, so they'll get it. They'll get that.
Very, very, very good.
Well, it's Idris.
That's the only thing I've seen him in other than Thor. I hadn't seen him in anything.
Have you not seen The Wire yet?
No, I've not seen The Wire.
Oh, damn. You have got to watch The Wire.
You know what, now that... is he in that all the way?
Yes, he's in it all the way.
You know what, now that I know that he's in that, I will actually give that a go because he's fantastic in Luther.
he's not a major thing in every series, because every series, like you get your first series, which is about the cops versus the gangs, and he's in that one all the way through because he's like the second in command, but he's streets ahead of the guy above him. And then you get the second series, which is about the docks. So the gangs are still in it, but they're not in it as much. They're more of like, they just cross into the story a little bit.
Right.
And then the third series is like all about the government system sort of thing. So the gangs kind of come back into it a little bit. But they're always there, all the way through the 5 series. Just go into the 5th series knowing that they knew it was the last series.
Right, okay.
And just don't expect too much from it, because it kind of goes a bit batshit crazy towards the end. But I watched that whole, like, all 5 series, and I had no idea, because it was the first time I'd seen Idris Elba in anything. I didn't know he was a Brit.
Yeah.
Because he's doing the full, like, where's it set again? Baltimore. So it's set in Baltimore, and I honestly thought he was from there. Yeah. Because his accent doesn't break. Whereas Simon West, who plays the main character, McNulty, it breaks every 2 seconds.
You know what? Now that I know that he's in that, I'm going to watch that.
I recommend you give it a crack. Series 1, amazing. Series 2, 3 and 4, awesome. 5. What the fuck was going on?
I think it's on Sky on demand. So
it will be. It will be. I recommend it. I highly recommend it.
Yeah. So my final bit of TV news, got a whole other segment of movie news, is regarding the Prison Break revival.
Ah, fuck that shit.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, they fucking said to the other day or whatever, they're acknowledging that Michael died.
Right.
But they figured out a way to bring him back.
Oh, fuck off.
So he's going to get out the shower or something. That was just a dream.
So is this like when Sarah Tancredi had a head cut off?
Oh, man. That is going to just... No. You know what? You can bring 24 back because Jack Barrow's still alive.
Yeah.
But your main character's dead. You've killed him off. The fucking series is finished.
And who the fuck wants to see Lincoln with his fucking top 2 buttons undone and just walking around? To be fair, though, the 2 of them are killing it on Flash, so...
So, movies.
Movies. Are we going to do the trailers, or...?
We'll leave the trailers to last.
Right. Movies, I don't really have much for movies.
Oh, I've got lots for movies.
One thing that I did, I think I actually read it this morning, and it got me extremely jazzed, only if they do it right. You know, when it comes to my Batman, it's all Joker and all that, and Joker's fucking awesome, and Harley Quinn. One of the best Batman stories is The Killing Joke, which I think is what they're kind of drawing on, because that's the one with the camera. They're drawing on that for the movies. Well, they're doing an animated movie of The Killing Joke.
Yeah. That was one of my thingy bobs.
And I can't wait. I have
read the graphic novel of that, and it's fucking good. Yeah.
I hope to fucking God Hamill does it.
That was on Digital Spy earlier on, he wants to do it.
Oh, brilliant.
So, yeah.
If he wants to do it, they'll get him.
Oh, fuck I.
They will get him. It'll be fucking awesome. And we'll talk about Jared in a little bit. He's probably going to do a good job. He probably is. But to be fair, Mark Hamill doing The Killing Joke would just be... That must be his dream, and it's got to be our dream.
Yeah.
Everybody's got to be on the same...
Killing Joke. You know what? I really want to read The Death in the Family. I've not read that. If anybody out there doesn't know that, it's where... Well, I don't know what the meat and potatoes of the story is. Yeah. I don't know what that is. But basically it ends up with the Joker kicking the ever-living fuck out of Robin and killing him.
With like a crowbar, isn't it?
Yeah. So, and actually I was playing Arkham Knight, and there's a section in that where kind of have Batman's sort of hallucinating, and they have a section where it's the Joker beating the fuck out of Robin.
Awesome.
And it's, oh yeah. You don't see a great deal, like for the really, really violent bits, it kind of drags them off into the shadows. But, oh, it's fucking good. So good. Yeah.
But do you know why they did that, though? Do you know why the Joker ended up killing? It was Jason Todd. Do you know why he ended up killing him? Because it was a big thing. DC done this massive big thing.
Oh, that's right. They had a vote in, didn't they?
Yeah.
It was like the first ever X Factor.
and the public decided to kill him. What a bunch of bastards.
I'd vote to kill Robin.
I would have voted that way as well. It makes for a better story, doesn't it? It does make for a better story. If you haven't read The Killing Joke and you're more into listening to things, just a little plug for Imran's done a couple of episodes with these guys on their podcast. They do a YouTube channel called Cape Swoosh.
Yes, I actually watched that and it was really good.
It's fantastic, isn't it? It is just like, it's how I would have thought about it. Obviously, we're going to now see how it's going to be anyway, but that is on YouTube. They're called Cape Swoosh. Give them a look. Look for The Killing Joke. It is fucking phenomenal. Brilliant. I'll watch the whole thing. But yeah, Bruce Timm's on board. It's going to be fucking awesome.
That's going to be good.
If they don't get Hamill, I don't know, like, they've got to get Hamill.
He said he wants to do it, so...
Surely if Hamill wants to do it, they'd make the time.
Didn't he say after, was it Arkham City, he wasn't going to do the Joker again? Exactly. But then the Joker is in Arkham Knight.
Right.
So I don't know if that's Mark
I don't
Hamill
think it's
or not.
him now, because I watched a documentary a couple of weeks back. I can't remember what it was called. And there's this new kid who does Joker, but he's spot on.
Aye.
Like, he's very, like, I thought it was Mark Hamill when he was talking. But we want Mark Hamill for The Killing Joke because I just think that's a fanboy's dream. For him and for us. So get it done.
Speaking of fanboy streams.
Segway!
You know how we wanted the Joss Whedon cut of Age of Ultron?
Yes.
Well, we're not getting it.
How's that a fanboy's dream?
Because the fanboy stream was getting it.
Alright, so they just shattered it.
So it was a loose segue, but it was a segue nonetheless.
Is this because he's moving on to some DC thing?
Is he?
I'm sure he's I don't know what the crack is, but there's supposedly some sort of DC property that he's going to start writing. I don't know what it is.
He's going back to comics, I read.
Yeah, I saw it and I thought, oh, fuck that shit, Joss Whedon.
Just do a Buffy movie. Buffy movie.
Yeah, bring back Buffy.
Yeah. So Halle Berry wants to do a Storm movie.
But they've replaced her.
Have they?
Yeah, Olivia Munn's playing her in Apocalypse.
Out of the newsroom?
Yeah.
Oh, happy days.
Oh, very happy days.
We like Olivia. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, she's playing Storm.
I didn't know she was playing Storm.
Yeah. Right. I'm sure it's Storm,
You know, I wrote that down, and my next, I put dash, nah, you're okay, thanks. I don't want to see you playing Storm in a movie on your own.
Why doesn't she go and make like a solo Catwoman movie and see how that goes? Because that would...
that would work. What could possibly go wrong with that?
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, speaking of Marvel, Wesley Snipes has met with Marvel about playing Blade again. Fuck that, I'm up for that.
You're up for that?
Oh, fuck, aye.
Ancient as balls.
It'll be fine.
I saw that and I was like, oh, go away. Go away.
Speaking of Disney Studios...
Your segues are fucking horrendous.
Fuck you, as professional as a bastard. We are getting a Han Solo movie.
No.
Han Solo movie coming out in 2018. Aaron Paul is rumoured.
Really?
It's going to be Chris Pratt, let's face it. It's going to be Chris
It's
Pratt.
always going to be Chris Pratt.
He's just going to be playing Harrison Ford the rest of his life in remakes of Harrison Ford movies. So it's going to be Clear and Present Danger next.
I think if you're going to make a career out of anything, that's what it should be.
Was it Clear and Present Danger, then Patriot Games, or the other way around?
I can never remember. Sum of All Things was the best.
Speaking of Marvel Studios, Aunt May has apparently been cast.
Marissa Tomei.
Aye, I'm happy with that.
I'm alright with that. I don't mind Marissa Tomei. She's alright.
You know what? Have you ever seen My Cousin Vinny? She's fucking awesome in that. She got an Oscar for it.
She got an Oscar for that.
Oh yeah.
But has she not been nominated a few times for Oscars?
She won the Oscar for that, Best Supporting Actress. Was it Best Actress?
All I remember about that is Ralph Macchio, the Karate Kid himself.
He didn't do any karate. Lazy.
He did in the Karate Kid though. Have you ever seen the movie The Outsiders? Francis Ford Coppola movie from like donkeys years ago. Brilliant in that.
Anyway.
So speaking of Ralph Macchio.
Really?
No, I just thought that was going to be an next thing.
No, speaking of Marvel, speaking of Wolverine.
Fucking Wolverine.
So Wolverine 3 is apparently set around the Old Man Logan story.
Oh, yeah, I've read that.
It's from 2008. It's a comic book or graphic novel. It's set 50 years in the future where superheroes are banded together.
You lost me while you were talking.
Sinister Six, Suicide Squad, just other people are doing it.
Just sounds poo.
I know they're not doing Sinister Six, but you know.
Just sounds poo.
Yeah. Speaking of poo, the plot of The Amazing Spider-Man 3 was released. Did you read this? Had Marvel not got Spidey back?
Right.
This is actually apparently what Sony were going to be going with for Amazing Spider-Man 3.
It's Sony, so fucking...
Wow. I mean, I'm a defender of Amazing Spider-Man 2. I am. But, Jesus Christ. In this movie, it would have had Peter Parker bringing people back from the dead.
Yeah, I've read about this.
Including the Stacys and then apparently Uncle Ben. Wow.
As zombies or...
Maybe, speaking of The Walking Dead, fuck. Jesus Christ, how sucky. What kind of arseholes did they have in those meetings?
Amy Pascal was at every meeting. I heard she was writing it. I mean, she is a world-class, like, degenerate asshole, to be fair. And when we got all those, like, emails of all those things she was coming out with, I would not be surprised if this was her idea. This had to be her idea.
Someone was on coke when they wrote that, like.
Amy Pascal?
Speaking of Disney...
what, Coke and Disney? Well, hand in hand.
You ever been to a Disney theme park? Speaking of theme parks, in the last Jock And Nerd episode, they were speaking about Terminator Genesis.
Yes.
Which was a very, very good episode, lads. But you mentioned the Terminator ride in Orlando Universal.
Right.
And as it happens, I've been to Orlando quite a few times, and it is fucking awesome. So I just wanted to mention that.
Just to rub it in.
Yeah. Anyway, back to Disney. So they are apparently developing a live-action Aladdin prequel centered around an enslaved genie. It's going to be called Genies.
Really?
Is it a little bit like a magic version of 12 Years a Slave, do you think?
Oh, shit. I ain't touching that with a 10-foot barge pole.
Is that some dark shit?
We ain't going there tonight. Forget about your Jubin.
Okay, you started it. And then that's going to lead into a live-action Aladdin.
Why are they live action and everything? Like, why are they doing this? Like,
well, apparently Emma Watson is playing Belle.
Yeah, that's going to be balls.
I forget who's playing...
The only way I would watch
Beast.
that...
Who's playing the Beast?
I don't know, but the only way I would watch it is if Meatloaf was playing the Beast.
Oh, I'd watch that.
In the battle hell.
But then wouldn't that be a bit fucked up if you had Meatloaf playing the Beast and then Emma Watson?
She's of age.
Yeah, but still, there's a limit.
It'd be fine.
You know, there's like, okay... That's not too bad, and then there's the fucking human trafficking.
I would still watch that film. I would watch Beauty and the Beast with a bit of human trafficking in there.
So speaking of you, no, I'm done. So what have you got left?
I've only got 2 bits of movie news that I had on here, but before we do the big news, the Green Lantern movie reboot is going to be the Green Lantern Call. Right. So instead of focusing on 1, they're maybe going to focus on 2 or 3. I like that.
Is Chris Pine there?
I don't know yet. I don't think he's anywhere near being confirmed, but it would be a fucking good move.
I'd be happy with Chris Pine in there.
Because
wasn't the guy from Fast and Furious going to be in there as well?
Well, that's the thing. They were saying that he was maybe going to play Jon Stewart, and they were saying that Chris Pine was going to be Hal Jordan. I quite like that. Like, I think Tyrese and Chris Pine would bounce off each other quite well. I think that'd be a good little pairing. So I'd be up for that. And then you'd re-raise Michael Clark Duncan from the dead, God rest his soul, and get him to play Kilowog again.
They're going to do like a Michael Jackson sort of hologram kind of thing.
Well, no, they'll just get Peter Parker to bring him back. It'll be fine.
Well, there you go.
Sony said it could happen. And then my last thing, but it's not a big thing, but Batfleck directed.
I'm happy with that. Yeah.
I'm super happy with that. I mean, if you've seen The Town, if you've seen Argo, the man can direct his balls off. He certainly can,
yeah.
I mean, Good Will Hunting is a wicked-ass script if you're into that kind of thing, which I am. I mean, I love Good Will Hunting. I'll always defend it.
I liked it. I rewatched that after Robin Williams died. You know, as probably many people did. It's just a little bit too melodramatic for me.
It's meant to be.
Those are people crying all over the place and all that kind of shit. I mean, fucking hell. It's like watching bloody Home and Away or something.
Have you seen the Batman vs Superman trailer? It's a dose of people crying.
It's bleak. Like, it's fucking bleak. Jesus Christ, yeah.
And with that, I want to talk about the day that I got up, went downstairs, fired up the laptop. San Diego Comic-Con was on the go. Or as I would like to call it, Marvel just shit their pants. Because I think after this Comic-Con, I mean, I know last year they had the big Comic-Con, Marvel didn't really do fuck all. They were like, oh, we've got a couple of movies coming out, we're not doing much. And then DC were like, oh, really? Well, we're just going to have this email find its way to somebody's desk. And then Marvel went, oh shit, we better fucking start announcing things. I think the same things happened this year, and I can't wait to see what they do at D23. I cannot wait, because the Batman vs Superman trailer dropped, and fuck me.
Well, the only thing they can do really is bring a Civil War trailer.
They're going to have to. They ain't going to do that. No way. I think they're scrambling to make one.
I don't think they're scrambling. Marvel have got it planned out. They're not scrambling.
Of course, they've got it planned out, but you get all these rumours, like, they've got all these different directors for DC movies, and they're all doing their own thing, and no one's really talking to each other, and nobody really knows what's going on. As soon as that Suicide Squad trailer dropped, and the Batman Superman trailer dropped, they've got their shit together. They know exactly what they're fucking doing. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And I think Marvel maybe thought the same as us. Oh, look at DC playing with their toys over there, but they haven't really got a clue.
I'd probably agree with you there, yeah.
They know exactly what's going on.
You know what? The big thing is, well, we get into these.
Yeah, let's go into the Batman Superman trailer.
He's turned his page.
I've turned my page.
You know, I'm not being funny, but I'm more high-tech than you. I've got my iPad here, so...
Batman Superman.
Yeah, everybody was thinking about all the destruction at the end of Man of Steel.
Yeah.
Which was pretty goddamn extreme. But it turns out there's a reason.
Well, yeah, there's lots of reasons, but after I watched the Man of Steel, I wrote an article on
Movie Pilot
about Superman, hero or villain, and it was just my kind of perception of the end of Man of Steel, kind of like, you know, we should be fucking scared of this guy. He's a fucking alien, you know, and he's come to our planet and he's destroying our planet. And the only person who is of the same race as him, he snaps his fucking neck. Mm-hmm. So we should be scared of Superman because he's a villain. He's a bad guy in our eyes. Because, you know, I'm very much on Team Lex, if I'm honest. So like this movie, the trailer opens up and we've got Holly Hunter doing her best Jodie Foster accent. And it is.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
And she's kind of got Superman semi on trial, kind of like come and answer.
It's more of like hearing. It's not on trial. I think it's just like hearing.
It's very much like I've even got it in here.
You come here and think about what you've done.
Basically, Iron Man 2. You know, like hand over the tech.
Only it'll not be as cool as Iron Man 2. I'm pretty sure he's not going to be hacking any computer monitors and going, "Oh, that guy got turned around," and you know, bygones. Anyway.
So anyway, it starts that way. She's all like, answer for your fucking, you know, tell us why you're here, and people are pissed.
Well, there were a bunch of people with signs.
Yeah, there's a lot of people with like signs like, get the fuck out, alien.
God hates aliens. Like, there's always one American with a fucking God sign, isn't there? Jesus Christ.
There's more than one.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, so that happens.
There's a whisper a Baptist church there somewhere.
But then you get you get possibly the moment I think everybody in the entire world is sold on Ben Affleck being Bruce Wayne. The way he runs into that fucking dust cloud.
Yes.
Because Batman would do that shit. Batman would fucking do that. Clearly he's not been Batman for years. But the way he's kind of... Because you see like all the destruction from Man of Steel. Because apparently he was there. He's fucking on the ground.
I like that. I like that idea.
Ground zero.
Yeah,
he was there.
Where they kind of shot the reverse of the building where it's Zod with a laser vision sort of thing.
Unbelievable.
I like that. Happy days. Yep.
So, like, the towers is coming down and the dust clouds coming at him, and Ben Affleck's just fucking raw, and he looks massive. Even as Bruce Wayne, Ben Affleck is looking fucking huge in this movie. Even as Bruce Wayne, you know? So he runs into the dust cloud hits him, he's like, I'm not fazed by dust. And then you realise it was a Wayne...
Because I'm Batman.
Because I'm Batman. You realise it was a Wayne Tower, it was like Wayne Enterprise Tower. And he's got the little kid, and he's all looking at
Why is there a little kid in Wayne Tower, though?
Because there's always a little kid.
Is there a crash?
It's death.
There's a crash.
It's death and destruction, and if you don't have a kid, we ain't getting the feels. So you need the kid there.
You know what? I would have got more of the feels if it was a dog.
And he's kind of looking up at the camera like kind of looking like he needs a crap. Like, remember his acting in Daredevil? That's kind of what it reminded me of a little bit. But
I've repressed all that. Don't talk about that when you're talking about Batman versus Superman.
I'm going to let it slide because that is exactly what Batman
He
would
looks
do.
angry in this trailer. He just...
The whole trailer, like, Henry Cavill looks like he's not having much fun either, but at the end of the day...
That's the thing, I mean, I don't know. I suppose that is how you differentiate the two, DC and Marvel, where you've got Ultron with those Joss Whedon quips.
And hollering.
Yeah. And people trying to lift the big hammer and that. Then you've got the DC movie where people are just miserable. They're just...
But that's why DC's...
sick as fuck and just miserable.
DC's more like real life though, that way.
I like to think I'm more Marvel-y than DC.
Your life is a Marvel movie.
Oh, fuck, guy. My life is a Joss Whedon movie.
Oh, God. More like a Joss Whedon TV show. Jesus. The Scooby Gang solving crimes.
Fuck, guy.
So we get some flashes of, like, Wayne Manor's fucked. Looks like it's been fucked for years.
Yeah.
And you've got, like, the most high-tech Batcave I've ever seen, which that's exactly the Batcave I would like to see, because it's, like, this glass. It was like CTU.
Ooh.
You know, like CTU in the later series of 24?
Or the 22 Jump Street.
Very much like it.
Where it looks like a big ice cube.
So we get some scenes of Batfleck working out, and he's doing like a monologue where he's all like, I'm going to take this alien and destroy him, like, which I thought was a bit dark.
Well, I think the whole, from the trailer anyway, it looks like, you know, there's a lot of people that are sort of seeing Superman as a beacon of hope.
A hero, a deity.
But there are a lot more people who are seeing him as a threat, and I think that Batman has kind of maybe been duped into seeing him as that because of what happened to
because the tower came down because of him.
Tower, but also he had that the newspaper thing was like you let your family die. So is somebody tricking him? Somebody sending him that?
Maybe Lex.
Maybe Lex. Somebody sending him that to piss him off. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, he thinks, well, you know what? I've got to be Batman again, and I've got to take this guy down.
And I love the way they're doing this. I love the fact that he's already been Batman, and we're assuming, when you kind of watch the Suicide Squad trailer, we're assuming it's the death of Jason Todd.
Well, I think, it's because, was it Suicide Squad or was it Batman versus Superman, where you had the Robin costume with the ha-ha-ha, the joke's on you. Batman, but apparently we're getting the flashback to that in Suicide Squad. Yeah.
Supposedly, yes.
I'm looking forward to that, if truth be told.
Oh, yes.
So, I'm guessing it's the death of him that's led to Batman retiring, which is a better...
I think it's brilliant. Like,
it's a better way to retire than The Dark Knight.
Obviously, we're going to get, like, as you saw in the trailer, we're going to get an Origins flashback. And by the way, Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Thomas Wayne. I'm in. I'm sold. I'm in.
Yeah.
Even if it's just 2 seconds, I'm in. Because I love Jeffrey Dean Morgan. I think he's brilliant.
Speaking of good casting, how fucking awesome is Jeremy Irons as Alfred?
Brilliant.
Fantastic.
Way better than Sean Pertwee.
Yes. 1,000 gallons of yes.
And you know what it is? I know the trailer's dark and miserable, but I kind of got the impression Jeremy Irons was having a bit of fun. Yeah. I got the impression.
You know, I love Jeremy Irons. You know, I kind of wanted him to go, holy Toledo, somebody had fun. That was a pretty good impression of it.
I was on my way to St. Ives and I met a man with 7 wives. That'd be pretty fucking awesome. Yeah, but Alfred's given like Alfred-y advice all the way through this trailer.
You know, and he kind of sounds like he's maybe going to be a like voice of reason, where he goes, this man is not your enemy, and all that kind of thing later on in the trailer. I'm absolutely loving him.
I'm up for Irons, definitely. So we see the Batsuit. Batsuit's looking... I mean, we've already seen the Batsuit in the pictures, and it looks fucking amazing. So he's pretty fucked off with Superman. He's going to try and take Superman down. And I'm assuming this is where the Batman vs Superman comes in. But to me, it looks more like Morpheus pretty much tells Clark to go after Batman. Because Batman's like, I'm going to take him down, but I'm going to become like a vigilante asshole. And like,
you think... Lawrence Fishburne.
To me, it looked like it.
You think he's going to tell Clark to go after... No.
Well, you have that quick scene where you see Batman doing his vigilantism, and Superman's obviously not happy about it. And then you have that bit where, Morpheus is kind of like...
He goes, well, I think Clark is obviously investigating the Batman.
And he's like, you can't just take on the Batman. And I love the way they call him the Batman. That nice little touch. I really hope that's what they call the standalone movie. Just the Batman.
Do you think Affleck has signed up for this just with the understanding that he gets to write and direct his own solo movie?
I said it.
I think you probably did say that.
I said it months and months and months ago. There was a lad at work who was kind of like, he turned around to me and he was kind of like, why the hell would Ben Affleck want to play Batman? And I'm like, first of all, why the fuck wouldn't you want to play Batman?
Fuck yes.
Like, it's...
I'd play Spider-Man first, obviously.
You would obviously play Spider-Man. I would obviously play Harley Quinn, definitely. 100%.
Yeah.
But I say to him, first of all, why would you not want to play it? And second of all, his directing career is on the up.
Yeah.
You know? So the chance to make his Batman would be.
Thing is, that is a pretty big directing name.
Yeah.
You know, if people have watched Argo and The Town, that's a fucking big name for a Batman movie.
Better than fucking Edward Scissorface. The next bit that really stood out to me was, and she pissed me off in The Man of Steel. She really pissed me off in The Man of Steel. But Diane Lane delivers some fucking excellent dialogue. I actually had to write down a couple of the quotes here. It's like, people hate what they don't understand. I mean, that's a generic kind of superhero kind of thing that you're getting in there. But I love it when she says, you don't owe this world a thing. Even she is like, you know what, tell them to get to fuck.
I get the impression that's been taken from sort of the darkest bit of the movie for Superman.
Definitely.
Where everyone's against him.
Do you think this is going to be like, he didn't save Kevin Costner, so she's like still holding a little bit of residuals? Like, you don't have to save this world because you didn't even save, like, you know, Kevin Costner?
No. I just think it's going to be the bit of the movie where things are worse for Superman. Batman's gunning for him, Lex Luthor's gunning for him, the President, Holly Hunter character's gunning for him, thousands of people are gunning for him, and he goes home.
She's going to pull him back.
You know,
from the
he
edge.
goes home to see his mum, and she says, you know what, you don't owe them anything, you never did. I think that's a fucking good idea. Yeah.
As soon as she said it, I was just like, fucking, she's got some balls on her. This is going to be good. Like, we're going to get some good Diane Lane.
To be fair though, I liked her in Man of Steel. I didn't, you know.
She annoyed me a little bit.
I prefer Kevin Costner.
I think the lack of her doing anything in the movie got to me. And then you get some, you see a little flash of General Zod's body. Does this confirm the rumours that Lex is going to use Zod to make Brainiac or Doomsday?
I've read over and over again about Doomsday.
So does this confirm that, or
does it confirm it, or does it set it up?
I'm hoping it's set it up. Set up for Man of Steel 2.
It's a bloody trailer. But the thing about the Doomsday story is Superman needs to die in the Doomsday story.
I think we're going to get that at some point.
Yeah, but in this story?
Not in this story, not a chance.
So, set it up, do it properly, because it's a big story. I've read that graphic novel.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's 3. It's like the death of Superman, world without Superman, and the return of Superman, or something along those. And they are good stories, you know, but you need to do that properly. If you're going to do that, you need to do it properly.
I honestly think Snyder's going to make Dawn of Justice. I think he's on board for both Justice League movies, isn't he?
Directing them like that.
I'm kind of hoping he still does Man of Steel too, because I like Man of Steel. Everybody's got fucking grief about Man of Steel. I think it's a brilliant film. I think it stands up.
You know what, yeah, I only watched it a few weeks ago. It's fine.
There is a few bits where you're like, but for the most part, you're loving it.
It's a good Superman movie, and you know, we're not in the times of Christopher Reeve anymore, you know, so what are you actually going to do with a Superman movie?
So we're getting like flashes of all the action. By the way, there's a lot of fucking destruction in this trailer. You've got the likes of Superman flying towards Batman and like shooting the laser beams out of his eyes.
By the way, the bit where Batman grapples away from the heat vision was fantastic. I can't wait for that. Just
got away, mind. It's like, holy shit, Superman just about killed Batman there. You know, it's fucking mental.
Then we've got Wonder Woman.
Enter Gal Gadot.
I'm convinced
as Gal Gadot as Diana Prince, and I'm even more convinced as Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. I think she looks fucking awesome.
I would still have preferred Christina Hendricks in there.
She wouldn't have fit.
I think she would have. But you know what? Fuck it. I think she's going to be a good Wonder Woman.
I think she's going to be fantastic. I really, really do. And she was the one out of the 3, like the Trinity they're calling them. She was the one out of the 3 that I thought she's going to be the weak link. Not a chance.
Keep hearing about a thing where it's like Batman and Wonder Woman are going to have known each other.
I'm alright with that.
Previous to the story, and maybe have a love interest.
Well, you kind of got that from the trailer a little bit when she gets out the car and Bruce Wayne's looking at her, and it was kind of like, what is going on here? But I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. So yeah, she looks fantastic.
Is that a thing? Is that a thing in the comics? Batman and Wonder Woman?
I've no idea. Honestly, I've no idea on that one. Wonder Woman to me...
Imran, let us know.
To me, Wonder Woman was never really a character.
I watched the TV show, you know, where Linda, what's her name? I watched that, and that's really all I know of the character, so...
Why is Batfleck fighting Iraqis? Why is he in the Middle East?
I don't know.
Why is he out there? Although he did look pretty cool, because he had, like, the bat suit on, and he had, like, a trench coat over the top of that. And it did look pretty like, what the fuck?
It did look
He
cool,
had, like,
but then
flying
maybe
on.
it's something to do with kryptonite. He's hunting down
Yeah.
kryptonite, like a meteor or something like that. Because then you had Lex Luthor was actually looking at kryptonite.
And that was my next thing. I'm sold.
Lex Luthor?
I'm sold.
Yeah.
People are having shit fits about Lex Luthor because we got that picture.
It's because of his hair. Fuck off.
I think his hair's pretty damn cool.
It's fine.
I think he looks fantastic, and I can't wait to see him as a Baldy. I hope to God they don't show us Lex Luthor bald in the trailers before that movie comes out. I don't want to see it. I'll be totally honest with you, the movie's still like a year away. I don't want to see another trailer. I want that to be it.
Yeah. Well, we'll get trailers closer at the time, but I think just calm your heels now. You've released a fucking kick-ass trailer.
You can't be unhappy with that trailer.
I'm the same as you, and the bit that sold me on Eisenberg as Lex Luthor was the bit at the end where he goes,
The red
capes are coming. That's sinister as fuck. I take it as that's the soldiers, the red capes? Are they the soldiers? That's, you know how Superman goes down at the cave and they're all kneeling down. Are they the red capes?
Could be.
That's what I picked it up as.
It could be. Could definitely be. It would make sense.
But when he said I'm sold by that completely.
I definitely think Lex in some capacity is going to be manipulating Superman more than Batman, man.
Well, you had the scene where Superman was kneeling in front of Lex and Superman looked pissed. But again, that scene was just like Lex was like leaning over him, and again it just looks sinister as fuck. And I'm completely sold by Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor.
And I hate how people just let the movie come out. Let the movie come out. Watch the movie.
It's because again, it's what you call moron who wanted Bryan Cranston in it because he played a bald guy.
That is pretty much why people want.
He has got hair.
And my last little bit of note on the trailer. I mean, I think the trailer just looks fucking awesome. I cannot wait for this movie to come out.
Yeah. You know what? I'm looking forward to that movie now.
It didn't look too overloaded either. I know it's only a 3-minute trailer, but it didn't look like they were throwing everyone and their mother into the film. It looked like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to see it. But my last thing was, I wrote, what the fuck? Did he just rip the doors off the Batmobile?
He fucking well did. But you know what? It was how Batman slowly stood up.
It was awesome.
Wow.
It was like, just a meeting of minds. It was like, what, you gonna do something?
What of it?
I could not believe he ripped the fucking doors off. I was sat there like, whoa! Shit just got real. So that dropped. I cannot fucking wait to see that movie.
Is it May?
I think it's May because... no, it's June because Civil War is July.
Right.
Civil War's coming out in July, and they moved that one forward. Because remember, they weren't going to move. And I think DC's done a masterstroke there. Because people's going to go out and see Dawn of Justice, and they're going to be like, wow. And then they're going to go out and see Civil War, and they're going to be
No, fuck you, they're not. Fuck you.
Civil War's still going to be the balls, but...
You know what? Screw you. Spider-Man's in that. That's always going to be the movie for me.
As fanboys, though, that's going to be a brilliant couple of months.
From that trailer of Batman vs Superman, I am completely sold on that. I had huge doubts.
Yeah. Even
from the teaser trailer we got the other month, I still had doubts.
I think everyone did.
The bit where Batman was grappling away from the heat vision and all that was awesome. And then Wonder Woman was awesome. And then Jesse Eisenberg was awesome. So, totally convinced.
So, if my timing is right, June, we get Batman Superman. July, we'll get Civil War. August, that's 3 fucking kick-ass months.
Yeah.
August, we're going to get the Suicide
Squad. Yeah.
And fuck me.
Let's talk about that trailer then.
When they released the DC slate, of all the movies that they released, obviously like Dawn of Justice, Justice League, I was like, yeah, cool. Suicide Squad was the one I was like, I have got to see this film. And then they started showing us everything on Twitter.
Yeah.
They kept leaking the pictures. They kept showing us, which funnily enough, most of the stuff we saw in this trailer wasn't really...
I think the only bit that I'd seen before was Batman on top of the Ferrari or whatever.
on top of the Joker-mobile.
Yeah. Was that the Joker-mobile? It looked like a fucking sports car.
It was a Ferrari of sorts. So yeah, my first note about this trailer is holy shit.
Really?
Were you not pumped with this? You really?
No.
You fucking nuts?
No.
Now who's the moron? It's you, by the way.
You're the moron. You know what? You're just a chicken. Cheap. Could have timed that better if you tried. fuck's sake. You know what? Okay. It's the Will Smith factor.
Just forget that Will Smith's in it.
I wasn't minding the trailer. I mean, Margot Robbie.
Sold all day long.
Oh my god! And the bit where she has sort of the baseball bat and she goes, oh god. Anyway, it's the bit where I was actually not minding the trailer. I was getting okay with it. Not as good as Batman vs Superman, but it's the bit where Will Smith goes, "Let's go save the world."
Yeah.
And I thought, fuck me, we're watching Independence Day or fucking whatever bloody bullshit saving the worldy movie that Will Smith used to make back in the day. Are we fucking 10 years ago now? It's going to be the Will Smith show.
It is. I will say that we read a while back, obviously Tom Hardy was going to be Rick Flag, and it came out like he said he was, which was probably true. He said the shooting for the Alejandro movie, The Revenant, which the trailer's just dropped yesterday, the Leo DiCaprio movie.
Right, I've not seen that yet.
He basically said that the shooting was running late on that, so he wasn't possibly going to be able to do Suicide Squad because, like, conflict in schedules. And then a couple of weeks later, it came out in an interview that he basically said it was very much the Will Smith show. And you watch that trailer and it was kind of like, yeah, he's got all the lines, apart from Harley. I mean, you know how much of a Harley Quinn fan I am.
Oh, yeah.
I've got her tattooed on my back because I just fucking love the bitch. Absolutely love her. And as soon as they said Margot Robbie, having just watched The Wolf of Wall Street, as soon as they said Margot Robbie, I was like, I am in. However, I recently watched Focus with her and Will Smith, and I was out for a couple of days. Then that trailer came out, and I'm fucking so there.
See, that's interesting because Paul, who now listens to the show...
Is that 2 fans?
That's 2 fans. He watched Focus the other day, and that encouraged him more towards Harley.
I can understand why it would encourage you.
I've not seen Focus yet.
It's fucking terrible. It is a waste of time. It's just Will Smith walking
It did not
around.
look a bit like American Hustle 2 or something.
Sort of,
Yeah.
It was just Will Smith walking around trying to be cool and slick and that.
But it was the bit in the trailer where he goes, "Let's go save the world," and I thought, fuck off. Just fuck off.
So let's talk about the things you did like.
I've gone blank.
Oh, you're struggling.
Yeah, I know. Well, I like Margot Robbie. I mean, I like the look of Killer Croc.
Well, let's just we'll work down the cast.
Walk your way through the thingy.
We'll work our way through the cast, right? So Harley Quinn, we both agree, looks.
I don't think you could. Maybe Sarah Michelle Gellar, but
I love how they start her off doing like the acrobatics inside the cage.
Yeah.
Straight away, and she was like, "Are you the devil?" And it was like, it's just melting in the couch. I was like a chocolate in your hand. I was just melting like chocolate.
And then she's chewing the chewing gum, and she goes,
"Oh God, man, fuck me, Jesus." One thing I did pick up, and I know a lot of people are picking up on it now. It looks very much like it's going to be the Harley and Joker show. It looks like we're going to get basically Harley Quinn's origin.
Yeah.
It looks like we're going to get a few origins. It very looks like we're going to get Enchantress's origin. And that was a character I don't know anything
Yeah, she
about.
was in that was like the little lassie in the sort of the pool.
Yeah. I don't really know much about Enchantress, but she looked pretty cool. I'm up for her.
Yeah.
It also looks like we're going to get the Deadshot origin.
Well, that was when he was versus Wicked Wild with his...
We were always going to get the Deadshot origin because it's... But it looks like we're very much going to get his transition through 3 stages. Because you had the Wicked Wild Wild West stage, you had like the let's go save the world, then you had him jumping off the building with a mask.
I like the mask. I do like that. I honestly do.
If only he could wear it all the way through.
Yeah. It's just the whole, you're supposed to be villains.
Yeah.
I know, I like that. I actually do like the premise of it, where... You know how they're having a little meeting at the beginning where she's saying, I get people to do things that they wouldn't necessarily want to do. And then, they're bad guys, so if it goes wrong, we just fucking blame them. I like that premise.
She looks excellent as well.
That's a good premise
Viola
for the
Davis.
movie. To be fair, I did actually kind of wonder, well, what are they actually going to do with this? And that, so I like that premise, I like that idea. Then you've got, Will Smith want to save the world? Fuck off! It's not Independence Day 2, you skipped on that.
I don't think it is quite high, those stakes. I think the likes of Man of Steel and the likes of Dawn of Justice, there's some high stakes, like world-ending stakes.
Yeah.
I think this is very much just like, they're going to take down the Joker, is what they're going to do.
And I know it's very much like, we mentioned Ma Kent the context of the you never know owed them anything, you never did. It's the context of let's go save the world.
Yeah.
But it's the fact that they put that in there and it's just...
I didn't like it. I didn't like the fact that he got the Suicide Squad line either, but he got it in the TV show, so he might as well get it in the film.
Yeah, just that bit kind of just made me think, ugh.
So we get some Harley Quinn, and then we get flashes of all the different characters. You got Joel Kinnaman as Rick Flag, the leader of the Suicide Squad. I was very much the same as you are right now. I was just...
Did we?
Yeah, we got a little glimpse of him. He's like...
I just thought Will Smith was the leader.
No, he's the leader as well, but Rick Flag is like... Because he's an actual member of... what they call Argus. He's an actual Argus agent.
Okay.
Well, Rick Flag's an Argus agent, and he works for Amanda Waller.
Argus?
Argus? You've seen fucking Arrow. So you got Joel Kinnaman. Let's be honest, Tom Hardy would have been way better. So, that's all I'm saying about that. You get a little bit of Will Smith as Deadshot with his "Let's go save the world" line. We're not happy with him.
I was I was a Will Smith fan. I still like Will Smith. It's not what this movie's supposed to be about. It's supposed to be about villains.
Yeah.
Being forced into doing something and let's go save the world.
Yeah, but they're all going to be forced into it, but they're all going to have their own motives to want to do it as well.
Yeah, but he shouldn't be saying let's go save the world.
Okay.
Move on.
Killer Croc.
I like that.
Echo from Lost.
Was that the Iraqi fella?
No. Echo was the guy who wasn't scared of the black mist. What do you think, Killer Croc?
I think Killer Croc looks awesome.
I'm glad they're using practical.
Yes, I liked when they wheeled him in with the sort of Hannibal Lecter mask.
That was cool, wasn't it?
Even later on, when you saw him without the Hannibal Lecter mask, you saw his face, and I didn't think that looked shit. I actually thought it looked okay. So yeah. I'm happy with Killer Croc.
Killer Croc looks cool. So Jay Hernandez is El Diablo.
Again, I don't really know a great deal about him. I gather that he can control fire.
I think has he not got like a demon soul inside him or something?
Blown out a match. So
he looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I am happy with that. He's been in a few things.
What about your favourite actor of all time? Jai Courtney as Captain Boomerang.
Move on.
I am so glad they gave him no time in that trailer because he gets very little screen.
What did he say? Fucking let's throw another shrimp on the Barbie or something?
And then I've got, basically what you just said. Harley Quinn with that baseball bat, meow.
Kickity giggity goo.
That's an actual line.
Did you actually write meow?
Meow. It looks to me like there's going to be, I might be wrong, but it looks to me like there's going to be an attack on Arkham. I think Joker's going to be attacking Arkham.
Well, I mean, after all the sort of back and forward and stuff, then we get introduced to the Joker. So obviously, it's not as long a trailer as Batman vs Superman.
No.
So you get the bit where the Joker says, "I'm not going to kill you. I'm going to hurt you really, really bad." Which obviously he's speaking to Harley there. So that's...
Well, yeah, because I'm of the impression that he's going to. I mean, the story goes that she's his therapist, and she kind of, she falls in love with him, kind of believes in him, and she kind of willingly comes to his side and becomes Harley Quinn. This looks like he's going to fucking make Harley Quinn. Like, it looks like he's...
you know what? I'm
fine with that. I'm more than fine with that because it means we're going to get some pretty good, like, Harley, like, torture porn. That's not... It's not really the story. Like, he's going to be a bit of a prick to her, and I want him to be all
well, if he's going to be all torture-y and stuff, but then you don't know how.
Yeah, we don't know how it's going to...
Maybe a little bit of torture, just a little cheeky bit of torture.
Just a cheeky... How do you feel about the Joker?
I am okay with it. I'm okay with him.
I love this trailer. I think this trailer's excellent. I think everybody looks great, apart from Will Smith and Jai Courtney. I'm still going to sit on the fence with Jared Leto. As I said from the beginning, he was a good choice, but they are going so left field with this character. I just don't know. I don't know how it's...
I like the metal teeth.
I read a fan theory saying that the reason he's got the metal teeth is because obviously he killed Jason Todd. They're saying that he's got metal teeth because Batman punched all his teeth down his throat, which I read it and I was like, I'm in for that. Like,
I like how they're sort of bringing us into the universe where all this shit has already happened. Where, because we've had the Nolan movies and we've also had the Tim Burton movies and the fucking Schumacher movies. Voldemort, we'll not speak about that. We've had so many, we've had Origin movie over and over again and all that, so I know we're getting a clip of Bruce Wayne, seeing his family getting killed and that. But I like how they're bringing us in where all that shit's already happened.
Yeah, I'm
Robin's,
really
Robin's
into that.
dead and all that. I would actually, because I've been playing the Batman Arkham Knight game, if they were to bring in a Robin, or a Nightwing, as they've got them in that game, I'd be happy with that because they're kick-ass as fuck.
Well, to be honest, if they're going to do that, they could, because Nightwing is Dick Grayson. So if Jason Todd's dead, he's already become Nightwing. So they could do that. No worries. They could really go that way.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but the Batman vs Superman thing is going to be kind of based on the Frank Miller story, The Dark Knight Returns. And I think they bring in a new Robin who is a girl.
Yeah.
Maisie Williams.
I'm pretty sure.
Get Maisie Williams in there.
I'm pretty sure there's an actress called Jenna Malone. She's a good actress. She was in Sucker Punch and a few other things, obviously.
Was she the head character, like the main character of Sucker Punch?
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Aye. And apparently it's going to be her. Like, she when you look at the cast list or something like that, she's the only one who you're not entirely sure. So do you have anything else trailers-wise?
Trailers-wise, no.
Are you absolutely pumped to fuck for Suicide Squad?
No.
Are you pumped to fuck for BVS?
I'm looking forward to that.
And Marvel just shit their pants.
I think we'll get a Civil War trailer when you get the D, whatever the fuck it's called.
I think we will. I think we will. Definitely. They're going to have to.
And I want to see Spider-Man in the trailer.
So that's it for the news roundup and the Comic-Con roundup. Really...
Not quite yet for the news roundup.
All right, yes, you had an extra little bit.
For episode 16.
Oh, planning ahead.
Yeah. We want to try something a little bit different.
That's not like us.
Where we kind of want to try a new section called the 365 Cut. We're only going to do this if people out there get involved. So we want to get people involved in the Facebooks and the Twitters. Where can they find us, Kev? On the Facebooks and the Twitters?
365Flicks Podcast on the Facebook and 365Flicks Pod on the Twitter.
Exactly. You can also email us at our new shiny email address, rant. At 365flickspodcast.co.uk.
I like that, rant.
Aye. Rant at 365flickspodcast.co.uk. You can email us. We want to know what movie you would like us to review and possibly do a different cut of. So if it's a movie that you think could have gone better, could have ended better, could have just been better from the start, looking at you, Phantom Menace.
Oh, God.
That's the premise of that's the idea, where we take a movie that you guys out there who have been listening to us, you think that it could be better and maybe we could watch it and come up with a better version of it. But again, we're only going to do this if you guys out there get involved. So everybody out there, what would you like to see us review and rewrite?
And what are we calling this shiny new section?
The 365 Cut.
Oosh.
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 So we'll see how it goes.
Yep. I think we'll make it like one person.
As I said, it's not happening if people don't get involved. So it's over to you.
It is over to you people. But for now, we're going to move on to the top 5, which I said earlier, we are, what do you call it? It's like a...
It's a bromance.
My mind just went totally blank there. So thanks to our bromance with the Jock and Nerd, and they did an episode where it wasn't specifically for you, but you put the seed in their head for them.
Yeah.
And instead of giving them a full episode, we're going to give them a section. So,
by the way, before we get into that, just leading on from the Spider-Man episode that they did, I finished the Craven's Last Hunt, which was fucking awesome. And the nerd actually said in the Spider-Man solo movie he would like to see Craven in there, and maybe Vermin, because Vermin's in the story as well. I hadn't ever seen Vermin in a thing before, and it's kind of like a sort of rat type. You know, he kind of can control, rats and shit, whatever.
So he's the Pied Piper?
A little bit, But yeah, Craven, I would absolutely like to see that in the solo movie. So I've read that, and I've also read Spirits of the Earth, which is when Mary Jane kind of inherits a land in Scotland and all that. And the nerd did say it's not the greatest story in the world, but it looks amazing.
Well, because it's set in Scotland.
No, the artwork is amazing in it. Honestly, it really is. So yeah, thank you for that.
So we're going to move on to top 5 Jock and Nerd movies. I'm doing Jock, you're doing Nerd.
I am.
Whoa. Should have chosen my words a bit better there.
Yeah, aye.
I'll do the jock movies, you do the nerd movies. But before that, I'm going to play a couple of little promos from some other podcasts that we love. So here's them.
I'm Jason.
I'm Jeff.
And I'm Blake from the History of Bad Ideas. And we'll get back to your regularly scheduled program here in just a second, geek listeners. But we do a weekly podcast called The History of Bad Ideas.
Yeah, well, we'll discuss things like television or movies or music or games or any other thing that falls into our geek-related podcast knowledge.
You can find us on Geek Life Radio, Fridays, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central, or Radio-Blitz, Saturday, 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central, or you can listen to us whenever the hell you want on iTunes and Stitcher. Check us out. Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
Hey there, kids. Do you want to hear a show where a bunch of guys sit around in a comic book store and talk about comics and lifestyle choices, other goofy things and shenanigans they get up to? Then
when have we ever talked about comics? Usually it's people sitting on my lap and riding the struggle bus.
That's true. It's mostly shenanigans. But occasionally we talk about comics. And if you like any of those things, comics, shenanigans, Devin's lap, then you need to check out Snake Oil Comics with me, Travis, and my beautiful co-host, Big Dev.
Find us on iTunes, Stitcher, and snakeoilcomics.com.
Just a quick word before we start. One of those podcasts that I played there was History of Bad Ideas, and I really love them, and I keep telling you need to get onto them. But I feel like I should give them a bit more of a shout out than just playing that promo, because they are the fucking balls, like. So if you like what we talk about, you might like a bit of their stuff as well. They're great. So have a listen. So the top 5. You're doing nerd movies. Would you like to start?
Yeah. So first of all, for the nerd movies, I was struggling to narrow down my list. So as a definition for the nerd movie, I said this to you the other day, a sort of friend of the show, because he's listened to like 7 minutes of the last episode, he said. So our friend Paul Byrne, he might listen to this one, we don't know. He's a straight talker, bless him, twat. So my definition for a nerd movie is, if I suggested it to him, he'd tell me to fuck off.
That's a definite nerd movie.
Yeah.
That is how you define your nerd movie.
Exactly. So, as I said, I had like 15 movies on my list earlier on. I mean, how do you have a nerd movie list without Star Wars or bloody whatever? Yep. Lord of the Rings, Back to the Future, Marvel, DC. So when I was making my list in the end, I said, right, I'm going to delete the franchises. So there's no Star Wars, there's no Lord of the Rings.
How do you do a nerd list without a Star Wars?
Oh, you'll find out in a minute. There's no Back to the Future, there's no Marvel, there's no DC.
Wow. You just took out a whole canon of nerd movies.
Oh, yes. So there you go. So number 5 of my nerd movies is a movie from 1985, and it's called Weird Science. Have you seen this?
The nerd will love that choice as well, because they did a little bit about John Hughes a little while back, and Anthony had no idea who John Hughes was.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. Didn't they say that we were going to give him a bollocking for that, actually? Yeah, I think they...
How do you not know who John Hughes is?
Yeah.
Like, the man is, like, he defined the fucking 80s.
And apparently the new Spidey film is going to have that kind of feel to it, which...
Yeah, but what does that necessarily mean?
I don't know.
I think John Hughes touched on a lot. Like, but
yeah, I
think the whole talking to the camera thing, I don't think he's going to do that.
He's not going to Spider-Man. That's what you got Deadpool there for. No, I don't want Spider-Man doing that.
Oh, did you see the Deadpool trailer?
I did.
You didn't even mention that.
No, we didn't.
It looks the balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will see that in the cinema.
Definitely. Yeah. So Weird Science.
Weird Science. So if anybody doesn't know, 1985 movie, I don't know who starred in it, I don't like that. But it's about teenage geeky lads who decide to build themselves their own woman who is fit as fuck.
Oh, she is fit as.
And that's basically the premise of the movie.
Did you ever see the TV show?
I didn't see the TV show. I saw the movie.
They made a short-lived TV show.
Right.
It was basically the same thing, but did you ever see the movie Kingpin with the bowling?
Yes.
It was the girl that was in that, the extremely fit woman.
Woody Harrelson in it?
Yeah, he was in that, yeah. The extremely fit woman that they go about with, she played the computer character in the TV show. Wasn't as good.
But Weird Science, the movie, I mean, I've not seen that in bloody years.
Oh, it's amazing.
But that was one of the ones, there's like 3 in my list. I said to you earlier on today, I had 3 definites.
Yeah.
And that was one of the 3.
Are your other 2 John Hughes movies?
But Weird Science, just a hell of a... It's just a fucking good movie. It's a good nerdy movie. So there you go. That's number 5.
And Anthony, a quick word from us. Get yourself some John Hughes movies and get them watched, man.
And also, Imran, watch fucking Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah. So I wasn't as strict with my rules as you were. So my number 5 of the Jock movies is Braveheart. See what I did there? Jock as in Scottish? Nah, that totally fell flat. Right.
Fuck me.
Nah, so basically I decided
Oh, was that a lol? Was that supposed to be right proper funny?
You were meant to think that was yeah, fuck you.
Dickhead.
So anyway, for me I decided that I was gonna, because jocks kind of do a broad spectrum of things, don't they? I mean, he likes his funky music, doesn't he? He likes his UFC. You know, a jock is quite a broad.
Apparently, he likes getting pictures taken of him in a towel.
I'm alright with that, risky business and stuff. So I basically went and I decided it was going to be purely on sports, but I was going to rule out anything where it was about the sports manager or about the board of whatever, you know, like Draft Day with Kevin Costner. I wasn't going to have stuff like that. Jerry Maguire, I wasn't going to have stuff like that. And then I also decided I was only going to have one movie of each sport, because when I done my initial list, I had like 3 boxing movies, and it's like, no, you can't do that. So my number 5 was a baseball movie, and it had Keanu Reeves in it, if you can believe it, and it's a movie called Hardball. Did you ever see Hardball?
I have not seen it, but I've heard of it.
This movie gave me like a swift haymaker to the nuts, because you're just sitting there like admiring the fact that Keanu Reeves can't act, but it's a reasonably good movie with some decent dialogue in it, and you've got all the kids in it. Kids are genuinely quite shitty at acting.
Yeah.
Every kid in this movie hits you in the feels, hits you square in the feels. And then like this fucking film is awesome, but then like, oh man, it just hits you. Because it's a baseball film, he's a bit of a drunk. Keanu Reeves is a bit of a drunk, and he's a bit of an asshole, and he needs some money from an old friend who he went to college with, and the friend's like, I'll give you some money if you teach a little league baseball team. You know, it's that old chestnut. We've seen it in a million films. So he starts teaching the team, and he couldn't really give a fuck about these young kids, and then all of a sudden he starts slowly but gradually caring about them, because he realises they're all from shitty homes, you know, because they're all from projects and stuff. And then he becomes to love them, and there's one little kid in it. They call him G Baby, or G, is it G Money, or call him G Baby. He's the youngest kid in the group, and he can't play because he's not old enough, and he fucking dies. Like, he gets killed in a shootout, and it fucking...
You know what? It sounds about as cheery as fucking Basketball Diaries.
Mate, watch it. That nearly made my list. Watch it. It is fucking phenomenal.
That was the first movie I saw Leo in, and that's a good movie.
It's a damn good movie. Yeah. Marky Mark's way better in it.
Shit, I forgot he was in that. Bloody hell. Huh. Anyway, sorry. Yeah.
So yeah, Hardball. Just if you want to watch a good sports movie that's going to make you feel something, watch Hardball.
Okay.
Keanu Reeves is still a shit actor, but he's good in that.
Want to see John Wick though? Okay, my number 4 is from 1986.
You're really going 80s on this.
Oh, fuck yeah. And it's Transformers the movie.
The animated version.
The fucking animated version. Oh, hell yes.
I'm up there.
And this, Michael Bastard fucking Bay, is how you make a fucking Transformers movie, you bastard, you fucking hack.
You hack. How can you possibly say that? You wanted a Michael Bay movie in my top 5.
Yeah, it's different. Fuck off. Pain and Gain is a good movie, and it's a jock movie. How could you not have that in your top 5?
Didn't make it.
Wow, okay.
Didn't make it.
Well, it's your list, not mine. Transformers the movie. Well, when I was a kid, I was a big Transformers fan. You know, loved the cartoons. I think I read the comics. I had the annuals. I had the toys, obviously, because you can't be a fan if you don't have the toys. When Optimus Prime died in that movie,
square in the fields.
Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck aye. Then Hot Rod took over as sort of the new Prime. I couldn't get away with him because he reminded me of Roddy Piper for some reason.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No.
Piper's Pit.
So yeah, Transformers the movie from 1986.
My number 4 is a bit of a left field one. Technically, you could say it's not a sport, but it is. I went with Pool Hall Junkies. Did you ever see Pool Hall Junkies?
Never heard of it.
is The Colour of Money and with Tom Cruise and Paul Newman from way back in the day. Pool Hall Junkies was like a bit more of an up-to-date version. It was a first-time director. He's Mars Callahan. It's got a fantastic cast. You got Michael Rosenbaum in there from Smallville, played Lex. You got Charles Palminteri in there from fucking everything. Plays a gangster and everything. The main guy, Christopher Walken's in it. And it's basically all about, like, the guy, he's amazing at pool. He can't really make a living doing anything else, so he makes a living playing pool. I think you'd love it. I think you would actually really like it. It's got some wicked dialogue to it. It's got some snappy kind of just quips in there. Every member of the cast is working because they love the project. It was a first-time director, so normally you would be like, yeah, this is going to be push. But no, it's a great
So when
film.
was that released?
I was a good few years back now. I didn't really bother myself with dates. Pool Hall Junkies, have a look for it.
Don't do the homework.
I think you'd like it. Fuck you.
Who's in it?
Mars Callahan was his name. Michael Rosenbaum.
Oh, you said that, sorry.
Christopher Walken. Clint Eastwood's daughter or something. It's a wicked film.
Okay.
It's the one where they do the line where the guy's trying to get the job and he's like, if I can tell you where you got your shoes, you have to give me this job. And the guy's like, I got these shoes when I was on holiday. You'll never tell me where you got these shoes. And he's turned around and he's like, so you go ahead, Mr. Hotshot Wise Guy. Where did I get these shoes? And he goes, they're on your feet. No, you said it. And he says, no, I told you I was going to tell you where you got them. And right now you've got them on your feet. Right, crack on, number 3.
So my number 3, and before I do this one, I know I said no franchises. This was 1991, and the franchise was dead on its fucking arse. In fact, it was the last movie in the franchise before it was brought back. So my number 3 is Star Trek VI: The Undiscovered Country. So why did I not go with Wrath of Khan?
Yeah, why did you not go with Wrath of Khan?
Because I'll tell you for why.
I love how you set yourself up for your own rebuttals.
I know, right? Professional, if anything. My reasoning was you had to be a nerd to watch this movie. You could get away with sort of recommending if Burns said to us, right, you know, I want to watch a Star Trek movie. What's a really fucking good Star Trek movie?
Mm-hmm.
You would say Wrath of Khan, or you would maybe direct him to the new rebooted version of it, probably. You had to be a nerd to watch it this far on in the series. So this is the last of the series before Generations, a few years later. It is actually underrated.
Is this the one with Wales? No.
That was Star Trek 4.
Oh,
They went Search for Spock, Star Trek 3, died at the end of Wrath of Khan, and he was brought back because of Genesis. And then The Voyage Home.
Aye.
And then they went to The Final Frontier, where they went all religious and stuff. That was the William Shatner directed one, which we'll not speak about anymore. And then they did this one, which was the sort of idea of it was there was kind of Spock was trying to broker peace with the Klingons. And during the peace talks, one of the Klingons, or sort of the Klingon, gets murdered on board the Klingon vessel. And Kirk and McCoy get the blame for it. So it kind of turns into like a whodunit sort of thing. And it's actually really, really good.
Was it Kirstie Alley?
Yes. So you had to be proper into the series. Yeah. Into the films.
I think most people had given up by then.
Yes. Oh, I think most people had given up after Star Trek 4, to be honest. I think Star Trek 4 was when it became, with that cast, it became probably the most mainstream because it was all saving the whales and all that bloody nonsense. And it was also, they travelled back in time, so it was set in the present day and all that. But yeah, you had to be a nerd to watch this movie. So yeah, number 3, Undiscovered Country. So
my number 3 in the Jock movie top 5, a good sign. My first 2 were a little bit left field. My next 3 are spot on. But a good sign of a really good sports movie is shouting. It's monologuing, it's getting you to the point where you just want to go out and fucking play that sport. And I had, this was going to be a 2-way tie for a little bit, but I dropped one, I got rid of it, and I went with Any Given Sunday.
I thought I was going to give you a kick in if that wasn't in your top 5, Any Given Sunday.
Because Pacino's speech, fuck me, if that doesn't want to make you go, I don't even know what the rules are to American football, I don't even know how you play it. When Pacino does his like, take that inch and fucking live, and
go Pacino.
As soon as he does it, you want to go out and play American football. I nearly had Varsity Blues because I do love Varsity Blues. It's a great film, and John Voight has got some wicked fucking.
I think I've seen that one.
It's like with James Van Der Beek and all that.
Right.
It's like Any Given Sunday, but like high school. And I nearly had Friday Night Lights as well, but I was going through my rule of one movie per sport, and it had to be Any Given Sunday. It's just fucking such a great film. Everybody's good in it, even fucking, what's his name? Steamin' Willie Beeman. What's it? Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx is quite good in it. LL Cool J's awesome in it. But Al Pacino nails it.
Yeah, that is a good movie. That's a damn good movie.
So I went with Any Given Sunday.
Yeah, like I say, if I was upset that you weren't putting Pain and Gain in there, but I would have been even more upset if you hadn't put Any Given Sunday in there, because that's like Pacino up there at his best. Like, I
think of most sports movies that I watch, I prefer the American football because they make damn good movies out of that. Any Given Sunday, fantastic. Friday Night Lights, fantastic.
There was one that Sam Jack did one. Was it Coach Carter?
It's basketball.
Aye, I knew it wasn't the same sport, but
yeah.
Have I given you spoilers?
Yeah, that's my number 2.
Oh fuck, sorry. Sorry.
So your number 2.
My bad. My number 2. Well, there's no way in hell you'd ever guess this. My number 2 is from 1995.
Hackers.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
How would I never guess that?
I don't know. I don't think you would have guessed that.
If that hadn't made your list, I would have been pretty fucked off.
That's just a fucking good movie.
Great movie.
A very, very, very young Angelina Jolie. Very young Angelina Jolie and Johnny Lee Miller.
Her first husband.
Really? Huh? Fuck me, I didn't know that.
They got married after making Hackers.
Right. Wow. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Fountain of knowledge over here. Hackers is a great movie. It's a fucking stupid movie.
It is.
But it's a great...
It's a load of bullshit sort of Matrix-y kind of graphics where, you know... Oh, you know what? The guy who plays the sort of antagonist, I don't know what his name is, but...
Fisher Stevens. Great.
Is that the guy he's in, like, Mario Brothers? And he's quality.
He is good. Even in Lost, he was in the second last series, you know, when they got on the freighter. He was the one that was nuts.
I've only seen Lost all the way through once. So.
He was only in 2 episodes, but even in those 2 episodes, he was fucking brilliant because he was nuts.
So, you know what? I had that on video.
Oh, aye.
Back in the day.
I had it on video,
I watched
DVD.
that movie a lot. It was a fucking good movie, and it's funny, and, you know, back in 1995, you know, Tinternet wasn't a big thing, and people didn't really understand computers all that much.
Oh, and that movie shows it.
Oh, yeah.
That movie shows it.
And there's one scene where Angelina Jolie she opens up, I think it's a laptop or something like that, and it's like the state-of-the-art graphics and all that, and it's like fucking Windows 95, and it goes...
Windows 95 screen.
Whoa, fuck me.
I love that film.
It's a great film.
I'm 100% with you. I think everybody in that movie is fantastic. Fisher Stevens, as you say, is the antagonist. He's such a dickhead computer, just fucking knob end. But you love him.
And I think there's a bit where they're sort of spamming him with all the pop-ups and stuff, and it's just great.
It's was it when there's a rabbit in the system? What do? Give it a flu shot? What the fuck? They had no idea what they were talking about, but that's why the movie's so fucking cool.
It is a good movie, and I would actually quite like to rewatch it if truth be told.
I would do Hackers again. Hackers is brilliant. They should remake it. No, I'll just leave it. It would be too like,
you know, you'd get some arsehole on the keyboard going.
It would be too on the money, wouldn't it?
No, leave it as it is. So what's your number 1 then? See, as I spoiled it.
No, my number 2 is Coach Carter, because I went with basketball. You've always got to have a basketball movie in there. I nearly had He Got Game with Denzel, because that's a wicked movie. You know, when he comes out of jail and his son's like a hot shot basket. Oh, it's great. It's got the Public Enemy soundtrack. Fucking class. Wicked film. But I went with Coach Carter because I have the quote tattooed on my arm.
Is that what it's bloody from?
That's what it's from.
Read it out then.
It's the my deepest fear is not that I'm inadequate. My deepest fear is that I'm powerful beyond measure. It's just
I did not know
it's the one like
from.
when the kid who's like a fuck up and he ends up getting bounced out of the team, and every time he messes up or every time he does something, Sam Jack kind of pulls him to the side and say, "What is your deepest fear?" You know, and then he goes, "I'm tired of these motherfucking stakes." But he's like, "What is your deepest fear?" And then halfway through, when all the kids are like, "We're not going to go back to class unless you open the gymnasium because we want to play basketball," like he stands up and he does the speech because it's from I think it's a Marianne Williamson poem, and he does the full speech. And the first time I ever heard it, I was like, I am getting that tattooed one day. because that is just such a fucking cool line.
It's a good fucking movie.
Great movie.
Yeah.
And even
I first watched that over in America, actually.
Oh, that
one of the times I went over in Orlando.
With Americans?
No.
Were they all hooping and hollering in the
Oh, no. The worst case of that was we were in Universal Studios and we were at like an animal show, and there was this American laddie behind me, and it was at one point where they fucking had a parrot come down and land on some guy's arm, and the guy was going, woo, woo, woo. And I was like, oh, you know what? I'm going to the fucking Back to the Future store. I'm away. I left. I had to go.
You know, I love, like, you know, when Independence Day came out, when it very first came out, and you had all these, like, because that was when, like, they used to show you the people coming out from the cinema and all that, and you had them watching the movie, and when the White House gets blown up, and you just see all the Americans going, woo! I would love to have that in every cinema experience. People say that they hate when people talk in movies. I hate when people chat, have like little chatter when I'm watching a film in a cinema. I've got no problem with somebody going, yeah, fuck yeah! I've got no problem with that. Like, cause
you know, I think I said this in episode 14 when we were watching Jurassic World. At one point, I did say quite loudly, "Where are the fucking dinosaurs?"
I think most people would have been the same. So, and then we got the Raptor gang.
Shut up. Anyway,
so
my number one. You're not going to be surprised about this whatsoever. It's from 2009. It is Fanboys.
Yeah, had to be in there.
Anybody who doesn't know Fanboys, it's about a group of lads who love Star Wars and decide that they're going to break into Skywalker Ranch to steal a copy of Episode 1 before it's released in the cinemas.
Such a fantastic
so it's
idea.
basically like a road trip movie kind of thing. And it's full of Star Wars references, full of Star Trek references. You've got so many cameos in there. You've got Carrie Fisher, you've got William Shatner, you've got Billy D. Williams. Who the hell else have we got in there?
Kevin Smith,
that's
Hughes.
right.
Everybody's in it.
It's so fucking good.
Danny
It's a good
Trejo.
movie. And this is one of it's like a Glengarry Glen Ross kind of thing, where you recommended this movie to me. I think it was you recommended this to me when I was first setting up the business, and it was a time when I was stressed to fuck, and I watched this movie, and it was like, oh, it's so fucking funny.
It's an amazing movie.
And yeah, I can watch that movie and still find things that I've not seen before.
And to think that movie got made but never got released for years.
Yeah.
It just never found a home. And I'm so glad somebody picked it up and decided to actually distribute it, because what a film.
I love that movie.
And we said a couple of episodes back, like, about the new Star Wars coming out. Will we get a Fanboys 2? I don't know.
I don't think we will.
I've had more thoughts on it.
It's a recapturing the magic type situation. I don't think we will.
It'll never happen again. And I'm perfectly happy if it doesn't happen again. Proper nerd movie.
Definitely.
Do you think the nerd's seen that? Do you think Imran's seen that?
Imran, have you seen that?
So my number one, I had to go with it. I was gonna go with Rocky, because if there's a sports movie out there that ticks every box, it's Rocky. But there's another movie that shits all over Rocky and craps it out. Warrior. Tom Hardy in Warrior.
Tom Hardy
is fucking.
And also, what's the other guy's name? Joel
Edgerton. Yeah.
He's fucking good in that as well.
Oh, he's excellent in that, but he's no Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy gets more to do, to be fair. Joel Edgerton is like the sort of straight edge good guy, and Tom Hardy's fucked up in that movie.
He's a straight edge good guy, but like he has to come. He's the one that actually has to fight every round.
Yeah.
Whereas Tom Hardy is just like, I'm so fucked up I couldn't give a shit.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna beat living crap out of you. You're right. He does get more to do. He does get a lot more to do, in fact.
Because isn't it like they share the same dad, but Tom Hardy kind of got
basically
his mum got told to fuck off.
He pretty much got shipped off. Like he had to stay with the dad, and the other one went with the mum, and he didn't really get a choice, kind of thing. And then such a fucking great film.
It is a hell of a good film.
It was at the time when people were just kind of discovering Tom Hardy, and then he makes The Warrior, which came out of absolute nowhere for me. I never heard anything about it, and it came out, and I just remember sitting there the first time watching it and just thinking, wow.
But I mean, there are scenes in that film. You know, he's fucking badass. I mean, there are moments in the film where he's actually as badass as he was as Bane. You know, where he just you remember, you know, the bit where Batman kind of knocks his mask off and he flips the fuck out. That's kind of how badass he was in Warrior.
He does it all the time in Warrior.
I love that movie.
And the last fight, I mean, you get to that last fight, I honestly did not know who I wanted to win.
Yeah, I would agree.
You know, like,
Yeah.
when I watch Rocky, I'm kind of always rooting for Ivan Drago.
Still never seen.
In that movie, I was literally sat there, like, each round was going by, and I was flipping. I'm like, I want Hardy to win. And then I was like, I want Edge to win. I want Hardy to win. I want Edge to win. All the way through, I'm just like, and then at the end, I was like, I don't want either of them to win. I just want them both to win. I think they're amazing. But when he...
Who did win? Spoilers. Who did win?
Edge.
I can't remember.
Because he basically breaks his shoulder, doesn't he?
I've seen it like 3 times, but I'm fucking struggling to remember.
But it's when he's got him on the ground, because it's UFC, it's MMA type fighting.
Yeah.
And it's when he's got Hardy on the ground after he's basically broken the guy's shoulder, and he's just fucking begging him to tap. Oh, man.
I want to watch that now. Yeah.
He's just begging for him to tap, and he just won't fucking do it.
It's on Netflix.
While we're on Tom Hardy, legend.
That's going to be great.
Looks awesome.
Yeah. Watched a trailer of that on Friday night. Back to Burn. Even he said, oh, that looks really fucking good.
It looks awesome.
So that's a bloody vote of confidence for you.
So that's the top 5.
That's our top 5. So have we picked the right movies? What does everybody think out there?
Yeah, everybody get in touch on the Facebook and the Twitters, and we told you earlier how to do that. I'm not going to repeat myself. How the fuck should I?
Well,
that was a bit surly, wasn't it?
bit pissy if anything.
On the Facebook, we're 365Flicks Podcast. On the Twitter, we're 365Flicks Pod. Get on, shoot us a message, and we've got the email address.
Also email rant@365flickspodcast.co.uk.
Because we're all getting legit and stuff now.
Yeah, boy.
We're getting legit. Woo-woo. So, in honour of the fact that we just did a top 5 for the Jock and Nerd, I think we should play their promo.
Yeah, go for it.
Hey, are you a jock that likes comics?
Are you a nerd that likes comics?
Do you feel left out sometimes?
Well, then we've got the show for you.
I'm Imran.
And I'm Anthony.
He's the jock.
And he's the nerd.
And we host the Jock and Nerd Podcast at jockandnerd.com. If you're looking for fun, entertaining, laugh-out-loud geek chat over all the latest Marvel, DC shows and news, visit jockandnerd.com.
Full spoiler podcast, lots of swearing.
You're such a jock.
You're such a nerd.
Oh, come on.
Shut up, nerd.
Okay.
You're just a chicken. Cheep, cheep, cheep. Oh, fuck you. You're just a chicken. Cheep, cheep, cheep.
Cheap, cheap, cheap. Honestly, man, the fucking kills us. So, did you have any honourable mentions in there? Apart from your list of 200 movies?
Well, you know, I mean, there were a lot of movies that I discounted. I mean,
yeah.
You know, how can you have a nerd movie list without, like, Lord of the Rings, Spider-Man?
I was the same. I was exactly the same. I mean, that's my list.
But I just had to be brutal as hell because there was no way I was going to delete bloody Empire Strikes Back or Spider-Man 2, you know, or bloody Fellowship of the Ring, Two Towers, Return of the King, fuck The Hobbit. But, you know, so I had to take those ones out. I just had to say, no, I'm not doing those in there.
So again, this is episode 15 of the 365 Flicks podcast, and we've done our news roundup / Comic-Con. That lasted quite a bit. We have just finished our top 5, which was the Jock and Nerd movies, and now you want to do some Emmy Talk.
Yeah, the Emmy nominations have been released this week. It's not for a few weeks yet. I think it's was it start of September or something?
It's usually the start, isn't it?
So we want to do just, you know, while it's fresh in everyone's minds, we want to do the sort of 365 predictions. We're not going to do every single category.
No.
Just going to do the main ones because there's a lot of sort of American-only ones that we don't really know, the talk shows and all that kind of stuff. So over here, so we're just going to do the main ones. So
I watch American talk shows. I love me some Oprah.
So we're going to do the main ones.
Yeah.
So we'll basically just we'll say the category, say who's nominated, and see what we think.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's see what we've got here then. So let's start with the top. So the first one is Outstanding Drama. Better Call Saul. We've got Downton Abbey, Game of Thrones, Homeland, House of Cards, Mad Men, or Orange is the New Black.
Game of Thrones.
You know what? From season 4, no, I'm going to go with Mad Men.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It's the last season. It was a good season.
It's probably going to
The
win.
last season of Game of
one.
Thrones was not. It wasn't up there.
But it's all fucking politics anyway. So Mad Men final series, yeah, go on then.
I'm going to go with Mad Men.
Yeah, whatever.
So that's fine. That's the first one then.
We could have had John Hamm crapping into some tin foil and they would give it anyway.
You know what we should do in your notes is say who's predicted what.
Nah.
Outstanding Actress in a Drama. Claire Danes for Homeland. Viola Davis, How to Get Away with Murder. I've never watched that.
I've seen the trailers for it.
Taraji Henson, Empire. I've never watched that either. Taraji. Whatever. Tatiana. I didn't think this all the way through.
No, you didn't.
You know, what's someone like Ben Johnson? Not for an actress, obviously.
Cheryl Cole.
Aye, Cheryl Cole for Orphan Black. Or Elizabeth Moss for Mad Men, or Robin Wright for House of Cards.
I wonder where you're going to go.
Where are you going to go?
What was the...
Claire Danes,
No.
Elizabeth Moss, or Robin Wright. The other two can fuck off.
I don't want Claire Danes because she constantly looks like she's going to crap herself on that programme. So I'm not...
The last season of Homeland was very good.
What, the one without him?
Yes.
Nah, no.
It was. You know what? It was the best season yet for me.
Without him?
Yeah.
But he was the only good thing about
fuck
the
you.
previous season?
Fuck off! It was the best season yet, apart from the final episode. Robin Wright in House of Cards is good as well, but it's Elizabeth Moss in Mad Men. So outstanding actor, you've got Kyle Chandler in Bloodline, which is very good on Netflix.
I've not started watching that.
You should watch
yet.
that. That is really good. Jeff Daniels in The Newsroom. John Hamm for Mad Men. Bob Odenkirk for Better Call Saul. Liev Schreiber for whatever. Ray Donovan or Kevin Spacey, House of Cards.
What, so no Charlie Hunnam?
It's right there.
No Charlie Hunnam.
It's fucking right there.
No Charlie Hunnam.
That's right there.
No Charlie Hunnam.
Well, I didn't fucking nominate them.
Is Sons of Anarchy nominated for anything?
Sons of Anarchy sucks.
You are fucking joking.
It sucks balls, man.
No Charlie Hunnam.
Pish.
Right, fucking on pure principle, I'll go with Jeff Daniels. Fuck the rest of them. Actually, no, because that last series, although it was a good series, it wasn't as good as the other two. So I'll go with Charlie Hunnam.
I'm going Spacey.
You have to go Spacey.
Yeah.
Even though I don't really watch House of Cards, I'm going Spacey.
He's good in that. He's fucking good.
Does Sons of Anarchy have any nominations?
Don't think so. Supporting actress, fucking Downton Abbey. Lena Headey, Game of Thrones. Emilia Clarke, Game of Thrones. Christina Hendricks, Mad Men.
I wonder where you're going to go.
I'm going to have to be careful with this one. Uzo Aduba, Orange is the New Black. Something Like a Good Wife. I've never watched that.
What, so no Maisie Williams?
No Maisie Williams.
No Maisie Williams. No. Emilia Clarke. No, I can't stand her. The one out of Downton Abbey. And I'll tell you why. I'm going to at least go for one Downton Abbey, because the Americans fucking love that shit.
They do, don't they? Yeah.
They think that's how we still live. They think we still live in massive...
I've got help. I've got help downstairs.
Have you got Carson downstairs getting the bait for you?
He's doing the curtain dance right now. I'm going to go with Uzo Aduba out of the Orange is the New Black.
Which one's she?
Crazy Eyes.
Crazy Eyes is fucking cool, like. Yeah.
Yep, I wanted her in Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
But we'll not talk about that. So, supporting actor. We have got Jonathan Banks, Better Call Saul. Don't know who he is. Ben Mendelsohn from Bloodline, Downton Abbey, meh. Dinklage. Michael Kelly, Alan Cumming, The Good Wife.
Is Ben Mendelsohn in Bloodline?
Oh, yeah.
I'm totally going to watch that. He is fucking
He is
awesome.
fucking good in that, man.
He's a wicked actor.
It's a really good show.
I haven't watched that, but on the sheer principle that I haven't watched any of the... Dinklage is in there.
The premise of Bloodline is it's about a fucked up family, basically. And then they kind of, at the end of episode 1, they kind of throw it in there where it's about 4 siblings. One of them is fucked up, but it's all like flashbacks and some shit's happened in the past and all that kind of thing. And then it's like it flashes forward to something's happened, and then it's like it's kind of like Damages. Remember Damages?
Yeah.
Where it's like sort of meeting in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really fucking good. Dinklage. It's got to be Dinklage.
I'm going to go with Dinklage, but...
Although Dinklage didn't get that much to do in season 4 again.
I would love to see Ben Mendelsohn pick something up.
You know what? Fuck it. I think the 365 award goes to Mendelsohn.
He is a fucking great actor. The 365s. Are we going to do that for the Oscars?
The 365s, I like that. Guest actress.
Oh, God.
Diana Rigg for Game of Thrones. Rachel from House of Cards. How to Get Away with Murder. Massive sex scandal in The Americans. Well, the only one I've seen is Diana Rigg, so Diana Rigg. That was an easy one.
Purely for the prophylactic.
Diana Rigg. Yeah. Anyone out there who doesn't know what we're talking about, watch Extras.
Yeah.
Right now, watch Extras. The Daniel Radcliffe episode.
So you're telling me Ashley Tisdale didn't get a nomination for Sons of Anarchy? She's done a cameo in that. Fuck's sake.
No. There's none for Sons of Anarchy.
You are joking.
I'm not joking, they're right there.
It was its final series. It was the last series.
It's right there.
Mad Men's got a dose of fucking...
Yeah, but Mad Men is good.
Sons of Anarchy is excellent.
What the fuck ever. Guest actor. F. Murray Abraham, Homeland. Not sure who he is. Reg E. Cathy, House of Cards. I don't know who these guys are. We're going to go with Michael J. Fox and The Good Wife because it's Michael J. Fox.
Lindsay watches that. She says he's good in it.
Michael J. Fox then. Comedy, best comedy. Louis, Modern Family, Parks and Recreation, Silicon Family, Transparent, Veep, or Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
Veep's good.
Veep is
But
fucking good.
I would go with Silicon Valley.
Kind of lost me towards...
Oh, you're joking.
I just got bored of the main guy. He's such a whiny bitch.
That's the whole point of the show.
I know, but just...
So has Brooklyn Nine-Nine not been nominated for comedy?
They're right there. You can read them on the iPad. It's right there.
I've so got this wrong. And I've seen another one that's not been nominated that I'm really fucked off with right now. Because I'm nearly finished. But crack on.
Outstanding actress in a comedy. Edie Falco, Nurse Jackie. Lisa Kudrow, The Comeback.
No.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus, The Veep. Parks and Recreation, Amy Schumer. Gracie and Frankie. Meh. I'm going to go Lisa Kudrow. I fucking love The Comeback.
I'm going to go with Edie Falco because Nurse Jackie's fucking brilliant.
It is good.
And she deserves everything.
Nurse Jackie is brilliant. I love Nurse Jackie. I love The Comeback. I love Veep.
At the same time, though, why is Amy Schumer being nominated? Who the fuck is this woman? Because people keep going nuts about her, and I couldn't care less.
Outstanding actor. I'm only going to read out the ones I fucking know.
Charlie Hunnam.
Don Cheadle, House of Lies.
No.
Louis C.K. and Louis. I've never watched that. Matt LeBlanc in Episodes.
Definitely.
Will Forte in Last Man on Earth. William H. Macy in Shameless. It's Matt LeBlanc.
So Matt LeBlanc is up for an award for playing himself.
Yeah. Episodes is brilliant.
Episodes is
I love Episodes.
Did you see the one when he got asked to go to the was it like he was a sheikh or something, and he got asked to go to his party, and they said they would pay him $500,000, and he got there and Schwimmer was there.
And he said, $1 million though. Yeah.
I'll do anything for $1 million.
Supporting actress in a comedy, we've got Niecy Nash getting on, Julie Bowen, Modern Family, Alison Janney in Mom, Mayim Bialik in, I think is that Amy Farrah Fowler?
Wow, you're really touching some nerves tonight.
Look at the name. I think it's Amy Farrah Fowler.
I think it is.
It's Amy Farrah Fowler from Amy Farrah Fowler. I get worse all the time. Amy Farrah Fowler from the Big Bang Theory. Shumsky from Veep. I'm going to go with Alison Janney from Mum.
I've not seen it, but she is fantastic, so...
Yeah. CJ for fuck's sake. Supporting actor in a comedy, well, Ty Burrell from Modern Family or Tony Hale from Veep. Ty Burrell from Modern Family.
Because he was in the Muppets movie.
Fucking guess that just pish. Right. Let's see what else we got. Okay, outstanding TV miniseries. American Crime, I've never heard of that. American Horror Story Freak Show. Olive Kitteridge, The Honourable Woman, or Wolf Hall.
Fuck me.
You seen any of them?
I saw the Freak Show one. I saw American Horror Freak Show, but...
The Honourable Woman was good, but Freak Show, because it freaked me the fuck out.
I'll go with Freak Show.
With the bloody clown fella. He scared the fuck out of me. I've not seen any of them, so I'm not going to say TV movie.
TV movie, is that like the Lifetime
That's
movie?
like Grace of Monaco, Hello Ladies the movie, Killing Jesus, Nightingale.
It's got to go Killing Jesus. Anything called Killing Jesus, I'll vote for.
Lead actress in a TV miniseries or movie. I don't know what American Crime is. Jessica Lange, American Horror Story. What have we got? Emma Thompson? Sweeney Todd? Maggie Gyllenhaal from The Honourable Woman.
Definitely.
It goes to Jessica Lange.
Nah, Maggie. I've never seen it, but Maggie, because...
Lead actor, Ricky Gervais for Derek. Adrian Brody for Houdini. Mike Rylance from Wolf Hall. There's others, but we're not going to mention them. It's got to go to Gervais, obviously.
Nah.
British boy, you got to go to Gervais.
I don't care if it's a British boy, it's Derek.
I don't like Derek, but you still got to go to Ricky Gervais. Well, who else are you going to choose then?
Charlie Hunnam.
He's not in there?
I can't believe Sons of Anarchy has
He's
not been...
in there, you dickhead. So we're on the last two. Supporting actress.
Katie Siegel from...
Angela Bassett for Freak Show. Kathy Bates for Freak Show. And the other ones are crap. So I'm going to go with Kathy Bates. Kathy Bates?
You done your research on this one, didn't you?
I'm just looking at the nominations, mate. So, supporting actor... I've never heard of American Crime. I don't know what American Crime is. This bit is one of those ones where it didn't work out as well as I thought. Supporting actor, you got, well, Damian Lewis for Wolf Hall, Bill Murray for Olive Kitteridge. Who knew? Ben Whitrock for Freak Show, Dennis O'Hare for Freak Show. I'm going to go Damian Lewis for Wolf Hall.
I cannot believe that a TV show in its final season doesn't get a nomination.
There you go.
And where the fuck was Daredevil? How does
It got snubbed like a bastard.
How does Daredevil not get a mention anywhere? You know what I mean? It makes no sense to me whatsoever. So that bit really worked.
Be honest.
I'll edit it some bit.
Yeah.
Be alright. So that was the Emmys predictions. It's a lot of them are like American shows, like the Emmys.
They are. I have no idea what that American crime is.
It's not like the Golden Globes, where at the Golden Globes they kind of show the Brits a bit of love.
Well, I mean, Downton Abbey was in there. Derek was in there. Gervais tends to get quite a lot. Well, yeah, he's been fucking nominated. He's won it a few times, hasn't he?
Derek's shit though. So we're going to move on to the last section of the night, which is the rewatch that you gave me like a multiple choice, 1 to 4.
Yeah, not so much a rewatch this time.
No.
We kind of decided to mix it up a little bit, where I gave you a choice of 4. The first choice didn't really work out because you'd already seen it. So the second choice was a film called Standoff. It had Brendan Fraser and Colm Meaney.
And when I went on to IMDb, it took me forever to find this movie because apparently it's also called A Whole Lotta Sole, which was the name of the fish market that he robbed.
Kind of like that better.
It would have probably drew more people in. But yeah, apparently, well, not apparently, but it was also called A Whole Lotta Sole.
Yeah. So you quite enjoyed it then?
I loved it. I thought it was... You know what it was? A few years back, In Bruges came out. In Bruges was a great film that nobody expected. Just total cult classic. Just totally hits the nail on the head. And then a little while after that, you got Perrier's Bounty, which is also a very good film with Cillian Murphy in it. And then you got The Guard, which I haven't seen, but you vouch for that movie like a bastard.
Yeah.
You vouch for it. This movie very much seemed like it was trying to hit that little market.
Definitely. That's a note I've got later on.
It felt like it was trying to be like those movies. It didn't quite make it, but it was still a good little movie. It was just a silly little movie. The likes of Sweet 16 was a silly little movie, but people really bought into it. This, I thought, Brendan Fraser, I didn't need him.
He looks old.
Oh, he's looking very
And he's
old.
still got the haircut as fucking Rick the Mummy. Honestly, he's still got the fucking...
It's his bread and butter, baby.
Oh,
it's his bread
cut
and
your
butter.
fucking hair, man.
It's his bread and butter.
It's not fucking 1990 anymore. Cut your fucking hair.
He's always had that hair.
He's had work done as well.
So this
Not
movie...
like a bitch or anything, but fucking...
This movie is a little Irish tale. It is Irish, isn't it? Yeah, it's Irish.
It's in Belfast.
And it's like set in Belfast, and they keep talking about the Troubles. They keep mentioning the Troubles.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I mean, is that not done?
Well, I mean, I don't think it's done. I think there's still shit on.
Does it still need to be in our faces though?
Well, they kind of, they have everything kicks off, and then they have the British come in and all that.
No, but that was funny. That was cool. And the SAS guy comes in. I loved that. So basically, it's a small tale about you meet. It's like your normal ensemble kind of. You have these different characters. You have the main character Jimbo, who has a girlfriend and a small child, and he's a degenerate gambler. Then you have like the crime boss in Ireland, who's like, give me your baby and I'll let you away with...
Yeah, what the fuck? What the fuck was that?
What? The whole plot line about the baby?
That was such bullshit.
It was stupid, but it was to move the story along. It was to give the kid some incentive to go and rob this fish market. That's all it was.
You know what? Here's some incentive for you. Give me my $5 grand and I'm going to cut your fucking balls off.
Did you notice? I think it was either the last episode or the episode before we were on about the guy that was in Harry Potter.
Yeah.
He was also in Sherlock. That was that guy,
David
wasn't
O'Hara.
it? That was the guy, wasn't it? Aye.
Because I looked him up because he was the best thing in the movie.
He was pretty cool, like, he was good. The night before, last night even, when I got home, The Departed was on. He is also in The Departed.
Yeah, he is.
And I was sat there like, oh, the fuck?
He's one of those actors where he's in more things than you think
he's in a lot of stuff.
And he's a fucking good actor.
He was good in this.
Underused like a bastard in this because he disappears from half the fucking movie. You know, it gets to the end of the movie. There's no... We'll get there. So we open up. We open up in Boston, where Brendan Fraser is being chased down the street by a woman in her brand pants with a knife.
I totally missed that bit.
You missed that bit. Wow.
Well, I put the movie on and I went to make myself a cup of coffee.
Yeah, you don't miss anything.
And then it was
he was
in
being
Ireland.
chased down the street.
So it didn't start in Ireland?
No.
Oh, shit.
It started in Boston.
Ah, yeah, because then when later on, when he's on about she stabbed me, yeah, we'll get there. Yeah, I get that now.
So that's
shit.
how it starts. He's being chased down the street. She's got a knife. She's in her brown pants. Not complaining about that. She looked all right.
Would anybody?
Aye. And so then it cuts to like 3 months later, and he's in Belfast.
Yeah.
And he's running his like cousin's old
antique shop,
old tat store or whatever. So yeah, it's kind of how it opens up in this little town and all that, and they just start getting flashes about the town, which is quite.
You meet all the characters.
Yeah.
It's a very eccentric little town, isn't
Yeah.
it? Everyone's a little
just
bit
a stereotypic Irish town, basically.
Yeah.
I guess what Americans would think an Irish town would look like. Like they have a guy who I've never been to Ireland myself, so it might be like that. I don't know.
It might be all shamrocks and
probably
shenanigans.
not like that. But they have a guy who switches on a speaker and it's playing Irish music throughout the town.
Yeah, I assume it's totally like that.
You think it's like that? Okay.
That's exactly how I think it is.
Any of our listeners ever been to Belfast? Is that what it's like? I've been to Dublin, and that's not what it was like.
Oh, Dublin's totally different kettle of fish, though. Totally different kettle of fish. You're talking about Belfast.
Yeah, but I mean, I was over there for a business meeting, so I didn't really see any sort of
troubles.
No, just I didn't see any sort of normal people. It was like to offices and then back to the fucking airport. So
yeah, so
anyway,
he owes the gangster some money, the young kid. So he decides that he's going to rob the fish market.
Before that, we get introduced to David O'Hara.
Yes, who's an ass?
Well, you see, I kind of felt sorry for him in this bit because when we first get introduced to him and he goes into a store or whatever and he's speaking to his girlfriend or what have you, and they're cracking away, and then she makes a joke about him firing blanks. and then I thought, you absolute arsehole of a woman, you don't do that shit. You don't make fucking jokes about that. You're clearly a fucking button pusher.
Yes, but then he fucking slaps them.
Well, she's made jokes about him firing blanks.
Alright, so it's okay.
I'm not condoning.
So it's okay.
I'm not condoning violence towards women.
I think you are a little bit.
No, fuck you.
I think you are a little bit. I know what you're saying though.
But you don't make jokes about that.
No, you don't.
Twat. Anyway, so then we get introduced to the young lad who owes him $5,000. They're having like a pool game or whatever, and so he says he wants his $5,000 by Monday.
And then he goes, "But I'll take your baby instead."
Yeah, well, I kind of So he says, right, I'll let you off with your $5,000, mind. £5,000 for a baby. That's. I mean, I've not got a baby. I've not got a kid. But I would like to think if I had a kid, I would value it more than £5,000.
Well, I think the real person we should be asking that is Angelina Jolie. Like, how much does she value a child's life? Because all the donations she's made. So, but yeah. So
Angelina Jolie, if you're listening, which I can't think of any reason why you wouldn't be.
I think she's on this like a carbon.
Oh, fuck yes.
I think she totally listens to this.
Totally subscribe to us.
She'll be like, I need to know what these guys think of my Brad.
On the Facebooks and the Twitters.
On the Facebook and the Twitters. She's a definite subscriber. She might be that one person who left us an iTunes review.
Ooh, we've got an iTunes review?
No.
Oh. Build me up and then you knock me down, you bastard. Anyway, so let's talk about that. So, are you going to give your kid away for $5,000?
Me?
You got two of them.
Like you say, I've got two, so I suppose $5,000 for one of them. I can live with that.
If you didn't sort of chop your balls off, you could always make another one.
Well, exactly. You'd be fine. Crack on.
But the thing is, what I noticed about this guy is, so they decide he gets his mate to help him plan a robbery. He was worse than useless, by the way. he's
the most inept arsehole ever.
As a getaway vehicle, he pinches his granddad's fucking moto vehicle.
See, you're loving this movie.
It's fucking awful, man.
I think at this point you were in. You were like so in. He steals the granddad's mobility vehicle. Yeah, he has the granddad's old IRA Tommy gun type thing.
The thing is, he gets lumbered with his son.
Yeah.
Because the mother had to go away and work or whatever. The thing that I noticed is this is his own son, and he keeps on saying over and over again, look after the child. Mm-hmm. You left the child. Mind, don't you leave the child. It's your fucking son.
Yeah.
You're the worst father ever.
It's not the worst.
Well, of course he bloody
It's not
is.
the worst, because he's going to rob a fish market so that he doesn't
Yeah, but
have
you
to
don't
give
know
his
your
kid.
son's name.
He doesn't want to like give his kid to a gangster, so he's going to rob someone.
Yeah, but
That's pretty good.
But what kind of bullshit bloody gangster logic is that? Give me your son and I'll let you up with $5,000. Fuck it.
Pretty good logic.
That's such bullshit.
So he robs the fish market.
Worst robbery ever. You're just a chicken. Cheap, cheap, cheap.
So explain that. Worst robbery ever.
Well, of course it's it's the worst robbery ever.
I mean, fair dues, it's no robbery by heat standards, but...
I mean, but Jesus Christ, he goes in there and he's bloody... He doesn't have his balaclava on straight.
Because it's a fucking comedy with Irish people in
It's
it.
not a fucking comedy.
It is.
It's not a bloody comedy. I didn't fucking laugh once.
I think it tries to be.
Pish. I did actually laugh once, and I'll come to that in a minute. So he accidentally, from the robbery, there's no money because she says, well, nobody pays in cash anymore.
Yeah.
And by the way, how the fuck much does people pay for fish?
Well, you have to wonder, because it's a low-rent fish market, isn't it? So if you're using your card in those places, those cash machines are charging you the £2.50 charge. So you're putting £2.50 on every purchase.
But you know, the whole idea about robbing the fish market is, he said, oh yeah, you'll get your $5,000 in there, no bother.
Because there's thousands.
So how much are people spending on fish?
It's a Friday.
In this little wee town on a Friday.
They love the fish.
How many businesses are there in this town that would sell fish?
One, the fish market that he's robbing.
This is the first time that I'm calling bullshit, but not the last.
Really? You're going to call bullshit on this?
So everybody uses debit cards nowadays, or credit cards. Nobody uses cash anymore. So instead he accidentally steals the main gangster fella, Douglas. He accidentally steals his bag from the safe. But then after that, which is actually a bit where kind of laugh out loud, is because, you know, obviously he's running away and everything like that. But soon after that, they have a bit where they've got the forensics into the fish market.
Aye.
And they've got a forensic scene where they've got the forensic guy and he's standing over a shot fish. And I did laugh at that, I won't lie.
I thought this whole film was funny. I actually quite enjoyed this film.
I didn't enjoy it at all.
I couldn't believe how much I enjoyed it.
She's gone down to 2 stars on Netflix now.
Has it?
It was on 3.5 stars when I put it on my list. So yeah, so this is where the standoff comes into it, because he ends up in Brendan Fraser's old crap shop.
Who, shock horror, is his dad. Did I miss something near the start? Like,
no.
Did they do anything?
No, you didn't. You didn't miss a goddamn thing.
All right.
This is just something that just happened.
They just threw it in there.
Because
movies. I just thought I'd missed something. I was like, all right.
Another thing that I did like about it was it was like a bunch of gypsies. They were good. The mother was amazing.
With the couch.
Because they were trying to sort of force the couch on Brendan Fraser. They were trying to sell it to him. He chased the young lads up the street for some reason, so they ended up putting the couch into the shop. And then it turns out that there's 2 little lads who were hiding inside the couch, so that when Brendan Fraser closed the store, they could rob it. Cut to when it sort of came to light that there was a standoff going on. It cut to the sort of farm, and the mother comes out of the caravan with a crossbow, which I was laughing at that bit as well.
Is it just me though? Like, I might be nuts, but you know when she shoots the crossbow at them, did they CG the?
Oh hell yeah! They CG'd the fuck out of that.
They put money into that.
Oh yeah.
Like what the fuck?
Because it was like some Robin Hood shit. That.
Yeah. I was kind of sad. Like wow, that was pretty cool. They put money into CG effects in this movie.
Not very much, to be fair.
So you have a bit of back and forth in the shop with the kids, the guy, the young lad robbing the fish shop. But you also have the man outside in charge,
Colm Meaney,
who I thought was
he's good. I mean,
I thought he was brilliant.
You know, it's Miles O'Brien, for fuck's sake. I thought he was underused. I didn't.
No, he was underused. He definitely was.
You know, the guy can act. He was in Con Air.
Oh, really? Is that your acting credentials? Is that like as high as it needs to be?
That's a good point.
5-star actor because he was in Con Air.
That's a good point. The guy can act. He was in Star Trek.
Yeah, so he's He's the hostage negotiator. There's a whole load of shenanigans because there's crossed wires all over the place, and the movie goes on and yada yada yada.
It goes on for quite a long.
It does.
It doesn't go on for quite a long time because it's only like 90 minutes long, but
It did feel like it dragged.
yeah. Then there was a whole section where they were in the store, and then
You're my dad. Oh, you're my son. Oh,
you know what? I didn't
God,
need any of that
God.
bullshit.
Nah,
I didn't
neither
need-
did I.
I actually didn't need Brendan Fraser in there at all. I didn't see the point of him being in there.
I didn't really see the point. The only thing that I kind of got was, you know how they tried to make it a current storyline by having it about Whitey Bulger? Because that's like a big thing right now. I think that was the only reason he was in there. They needed an American so they could use this Whitey Bulger storyline, and then there you go.
Whitey Bulger?
He's like a big crime boss over in America. He was like an enforcer. He's a fucking asshole. And it turned out he was an FBI informant.
All right.
And it's only just
Oh,
recently...
was that the newspaper clipping at the end? Right.
He's only just recently become like a big thing, and Johnny Depp's making a movie about it. James Woods' character and Ray Donovan, I think that's who he was based on.
Right.
The little bits I've read about Whitey Bulger, it very much resembles James Woods' storyline and Ray Donovan, like it almost to the fucking nail, to the T. So I think that's what they were going for. He's just some big asshole gangster.
But you
that-
don't see him. You know, you've got all this bloody thing about he produces a fucking...
But I think that's why they had him in there as an American.
But, you know, they have the whole thing. So the lad produces a photograph of when they were on a beach or some bloody fucking thing in America where his mum met him.
Not bad
Brendan Fraser.
photoshopping.
Bad photoshopping. Awful photoshopping. Like, you did a better job of me with Iron Man.
That was fucking awesome.
But then, you know, he sort of says, well, I might well be your dad. And he fucking...
No, he's pretty fucking confident that he is his dad.
But Jesus Christ. But then it comes out that the mother had been telling the son, he's writing letters, he's in Raiders of the Lost Ark, and he's in Aliens and all that kind of thing. And then it turns out he said, I never wrote a letter to your mother once. Because all this comes out, the lad tries to top himself, and then I thought, just fucking do it. You know what? You've not checked on your son once. Your son's lying there. He shat himself. They made a big thing about him shitting himself. He's fucking lying there. You've not checked on your son once, and now you're going to top yourself. You're going to leave your son there in a fucking hostage situation because your dad wasn't in fucking Indiana Jones. Just fuck you. Just kill yourself, you fucking rubbish bastard.
I would do that. Like, if my dad wasn't in it yet. Thank God he is.
Well, your dad is in Indiana Jones.
But if he wasn't, I was the boulder. Yeah, so the standoff goes on for a while, and then they have this plan because they realise that there's some priceless stamps, coins, and Colmini's like, to be sure, I'll give you a hand if you just give me them coins, and I'll take them down.
The coins are in the fucking safe in the bag that's accidentally stolen by, what's his name, the young laddie. I know that the guy's passport is in there,
Yeah.
but how does that prove that he stole them? That's bullshit.
Because his passport's in there?
Bollocks! My fucking passport's downstairs. It doesn't prove I fucking did a damn thing.
Because... Well, even though it's right next to the loaded weapon.
Exactly, and the doubloons and everything.
You fucking tool. Because storyline.
Bullshit,
because
that's bollocks, man.
Plot devices.
And it's fucking awful.
It's a good movie.
It's not a good movie.
It's a good little
It's
story.
nowhere near a good movie. That's bollocks. And your best actor, your best fucking character has disappeared from this movie.
Yeah, but he does come back with a big ass like rocket launcher.
Well, fuck it. He's back with a fucking rocket launcher, and he's there for 30 seconds, and then at the end, Miles O'Brien knocks him out.
Because Miles O'Brien.
It was not good.
What did you think? My favourite scene in the whole movie was when his son turned around and told him that he was a Catholic.
I did quite like that. Yeah.
But it was like, he goes, Dad, I got something to tell you. And he starts like to tell him that he's a Catholic. And then the dad's like, oh, for a minute there, I thought you were going to tell me you were.
And he goes, oh, that's enough. That's enough for tonight.
But it's the way the son looks at him like, aye, so it all ends up in a nice little bow. The kid gets carted off to witness protection. Bad guy goes to jail. Brendan Fraser gets away with everything. And I think it's a good film.
No. No.
I would actually recommend it. It's not In Bruges. It's not Perret's Bounty. Like I say, I haven't seen The Guard.
You know what? If you're wanting a movie with a bit of action, a lot of sort of Irish kind of humour, then watch The Guard. You've got a much better actor in there. What the fuck is his name again?
Gleeson.
Yeah, Brendan Gleeson. Jesus Christ. You've got a much better actor in there. Brendan
I thought you were having a stroke.
I was having a bit of a stroke there. I couldn't remember what his fucking name was. You've got a much better actor in there, Brendan Gleeson. Anyway, so yeah, if you want someone with action and Irish humour, and it's funnier than this, and it makes more sense than this, watch The Guard. Don't watch this piece of shit. I know it was my fault, it was my idea. But
Well, I'm not going to be as harsh as you at all. I think it's a really good film. I don't think it's as good as In Bruges, Guard, Perret's. It was clearly trying to steal some of that sunshine, though. It was clearly trying to. It just didn't make it because. Well, why the fuck would it?
It could, you could call Minnie in there. Brendan Fraser is a big-ish name. Was he a big name? He was a big name. He was making The Mummy at one point.
So that's standoff.
That's standoff.
I think your little going off on a tangent worked.
That was a good idea. I think, I think we'll if worst comes to worst, we'll do a similar thing for episode 16.
If the 365 cut doesn't work, I was going to say flicks cut flicks. Is that like Batfleck? Cut flicks?
No, I don't like that.
Right. If the 365 flicks cut,
No, the 365 cut.
if it doesn't happen, if it doesn't pan out, if you don't come up with any ideas for something you want to hear us talk about or redo or rewrite, we will bring this back.
We'll figure it out. But it's not going to happen because everybody out there is going to get involved.
I honestly think that your email is going to be like, the email for the podcast is going to be like inundated with like maybe 2 a day.
So what's that email again?
What? I can't remember. What was it? Rant
at 365flickspodcast.co.uk.
I like the way you did that there. I think you'll be inundated. Like,
yeah.
You get 2 a week, I'll feel like we are just fucking sailing. And that's it for episode 15 of the 365 Flicks podcast. I have been Kevin.
And I have been Chris.
And that was fun.
Yeah.
So will we roll the bumper?
Do what now?
The outro.
Alright.
You are now leading the world of Musings of a Geek podcast network. Stay geeky, my friends.